Every technical difficulty that I could have has happened this morning. Welcome in. Every single one. Every single one. I'm the problem. I see you already went to groupies and then upgraded to obsessed before the live even started. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Big W's in the chat for I'm the problem. Or is it Heathen? Or are you guys two different people or the same person? I'm confused because I also see over here that Heathen did the exact same thing. Okay. And I can't tell if it's the same person or not. And I don't know why it's showing two different ways. I thought you guys were two different people. I'm so confused. I don't like change. That's what I thought on one live. So it's funny because even though you're in that live, right? Whenever someone becomes a member, I see it in both lives, right? Regardless of which one you're in. In the other one, it says heathen, and in that one, it says I'm the problem. And I was like, I thought y'all are the same person, and then I got confused. So I'm just making sure, okay? Because I didn't want to, I didn't want to not thank someone. Here's a kick. Did I say something that I didn't even know I said something gender specific? Did I call you a guy? I don't even. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I totally apologize. I know. I literally because I don't know. I like all I see is screen names, right? So I don't know who's which gender. I try to keep my language very, very like gender neutral when I'm talking to people because I don't know who I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? The one thing I will say is dude, but to me, as a Southern Californian, dude is gender neutral. So, but my apologies if I was using if I was using if I was using the wrong terminology. I do apologize. I do apologize to anybody I do that to. So I do truly apologize. So but dude is the one thing but in my brain, like I said, like I've actually had I've had exes of mine, right, in my past who have literally been like stop calling me dude, I'm not a dude. And I'm like, no, you everybody's a dude. Okay? Everybody is a dude. He's a dude, she's a dude. We're all dudes. I'm very happy, and thank you so much, Heathen. I do really, really appreciate the membership and the upgrade already early this morning. Again, another big W's in the chat for the big upgrade this morning, the big membership this morning. I do really, really appreciate that. That's very, very nice of you. And Tarot, I can't throw it up on the screen because I was having lots of technical difficulties this morning. It's fixed now. But Tarot, thank you so much for the $5 super chat to start off the morning. I really appreciate that. Said I would love to tell you a joke about the number 288, but it's too gross. We're starting with those jokes already this morning. Okay. Is that what we're doing? We're starting with those jokes this morning. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Big W's in chat for Tarot for that. I appreciate that. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? He's a dude. She's a dude. We're all dudes. All right. Is my Twitch up and running now? Yes, it is. I don't know. Like I said, y'all, I have had every technical difficulty to start this live. Okay. Everyone. I couldn't get logged into the Tiki-Talkies, couldn't even get in there. Right. My chat wasn't working. The purple app wouldn't load up. Everything has gone wrong this morning. Everything literally has gone wrong this morning as far as me getting started this morning. And I am on a slightly strict timeline today too. So yeah, we're going to try to keep this thing going. I really appreciate you. We are I do got things going on today. Okay? So, lots of stuff and things. Vicky, it's not that early. It's not that early. You'll be fine. Okay? You'll survive it. The cool thing about coming to my live is you don't even have to get out of bed for it. You don't even have to get out of bed for it. Isn't that cool? I bring the entertainment to you. It's like breakfast in bed. Hell, you could be in bed right now, and if you're on the landscape live on the YTs, okay, you can just turn me on your TV in your bedroom and just hang out. That's pretty cool, huh? Just click it on the TV, just hang out. I come to where you're at. Okay? I'm a man of the people. I'm a man of the people. Did you see my county is going to be monitored at the election box? I saw your post of that in my Discord. I saw a post of that. And remember, that's technically our county, I believe. All right. Not surprised that Donald Trump is trying to send people in to suppress voting. Not surprised, unfortunately. It's crazy how they get angry and they're like, oh, I can't believe you call us fascists. And then it's like, oh, we're going to send monitors to the election boxes to make sure things go our way. Isn't that crazy? Just saying. If I was trying to convince people I wasn't fascist, I would stop doing fascist things. So exactly, immature. Exactly. How are we fascist? Immediately does fascist thing. right? Immediately. Doesn't waste any time. Straight to it. And again, just to also be clear, if you're going to say you're not fascist, calling your number one enemy the people that are against fascism, strange move. Okay? Strange move. But hey, what do I know, right? What do I know? What do I know? I just work here, okay? I just work here. It is strange. Okay? It is strange. And yes, I know they'll sue, and yes, I know they'll, they'll try to have it blocked, and we'll see what happens. But again, y'all, it's less of a matter of if they're legally allowed to do it. It's a matter of that they're trying. That's the hard part, okay? That, you know, what do you do? All right. Well, we're about to open up these phone lines, get this thing started in just a minute or two. We're just trying to get a few more likes in the one over there. So I really appreciate y'all. Y'all come on in, enjoy your day, have a good day. Thank you for all the people being here. Special little thanks to all my members and super fans that are in here today. I see Ogden, Chester, VJ, Taro, Shay. I saw you in there. Of course, Heathen. Alan, Corey, I see all y'all. Candid, I see all y'all. How's it going today? And I'm sure for all the super fans, see, it doesn't give me an option to see that. Wish I could do that. So thank you all for being here today. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys are coming in, saying something in the chat, throwing a comment in there as you guys come in. That way we can get this thing started. It helps to keep moving things going forward. Can I see that? I don't know if I can see that or not. It needs to let me see like all my super fans in there too. Need to work on it. I think they're doing a bunch of updates to the app, so I think I'll be able to do that really soon. Where I can see all the super fans just quickly. So I can talk to y'all also. I saw Shrugs just join. Hey, Shrugs. All right. If there is a way to do it, I need to find a way to do that. All right. Let's open up these phone lines. Let's get this thing started. We'll set to open up the guest box, get that thing started. We'll get all the fun stuff started, huh? We'll get all the fun stuff started. I've already gotten quite a few phone calls this morning. It's funny how so many people are like always in my chat. They're like, as soon as I call, no one answers. And it's like when I haven't opened up the phone lines. And then the second I do open up the phone lines, oh no, we're not starting out with you this morning. We're not starting out with you this morning, hype man. I need hyping up middle of the live, not right now. How do I get a free membership with Amazon? I'm an Amazon member, so I can become. Oh, that's not in that. Wrong app. Wrong app. That's the purple one. Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Hey, pretty good, yourself?
I'm amazing. How old are you?
Oh, did I call the wrong?
No, you didn't call the wrong number. I asked how old you are. I could literally hear my live in the background. Yep, you just had to answer the question. Hello, how are you?
What up?
How old are you?
24.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah.
How old did you say you were?
24. I just woke up. What up?
You just woke up and you decided to call in? That's kind of weird.
Dude, your shit just popped up. I wanted to say some dumb shit, but okay.
No. All right, man. Well, hope you have a good morning. Maybe get some coffee in you.
Hey, you too. I think I'm gonna go to 7 Brew, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Seven Brew's delicious. I concur with that. Go to Seven Brew.
Okay, alright, man. I'll see you.
All right. Bye bye now. Guess he just wanted a good morning or something. I don't know. Guess he just wanted a good morning. I don't. Yeah, didn't brush his teeth or nothing. Just woke up. Yeah, Kitty. Exactly. He needed a good morning kiss. Exactly. He needed a good morning kiss, I guess. Fine. You get 2 seconds. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, hype man. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How about you, man?
I'm doing excellent. You got to make it a quick one. Said we're not ready for friendlies yet. But go on. What's
Hey.
up? What's on your mind, man?
Stream. I know that Paulie, he has his own beliefs, but that does Trump supporters, that doesn't mean y'all can yell at him for it, okay? We have to stand with him, not against him. We cannot be divided. We have to be in one. Love you, Stream. Goodbye.
Thank you, man. Love you. Appreciate you. I'm not even sure I know who that is. I just have him saved on my in there as hype man because he's always hyped up, bro. He's always ready to go. Love him. I usually like him in the middle of the live when I'm like had a long call. I'm ready to get hyped up. Anyways, hello. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 18.
What year were you born?
07.
Do you still live with your mom and dad?
No, I do not.
What do you do for a living?
I work as a line cook.
You work as a line cook?
Yep.
And you got your own place and everything? Normally I stay away from 18-year-olds. No offense to y'all, but y'all don't know much normally. But
No, you're all good.
But I'll make a quick exception. We'll give you a chance. How about that?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, awesome. Do you still support Trump?
No, I'm actually not a part of any particular party or affiliated with any party. I just had a question that I've been trying to get answered for a while now. And if you know Parker, who also does debates live, I asked him the same question. And I know he likes to debate whether if you're still in support of Trump or not as well. But I genuinely just have one question. What is a woman?
What is a woman?
Yeah.
So
yeah, like I just want a definitive answer to what a woman is.
You're 18 years old and you don't know what a woman is?
Yeah, I just want a definitive answer. There seems to be confusion nowadays.
Why don't you go grab a dictionary then? I bet you a dictionary would help you out with that.
See, that's the issue, is when I ask people this question, they can't give me a definitive
because it's
answer.
A stupid question.
What is a woman?
Because it's a stupid question.
It's a stupid question, then why can't you answer it, sir?
I can answer it.
Okay, then let's hear it.
No, I didn't say I was going to. See, you think you're owed something. Shh. You think you're owed something because you come up and ask me a question. See, I can easily answer the question and say that a woman, is somebody that through our culture is defined by the, by the social construct within femininity that we use within social culture, because that's the sociological answer. There's also a dictionary answer on what it is. But see, the thing about a woman, right, is that changes over time. There is no definitive answer to the question. You're asking for a definitive question to a question that does not have a definitive answer. That's why your question is stupid, right? So like I can take this little towel and I can put it up on the screen and I can say this towel is white. And no matter when throughout our history, okay, the definitive answer to is this towel white is yes, because this towel is white. Okay, you're asking about what is a woman because what is a woman has changed throughout the history of time. What is considered more feminine and makes a woman now is not the same as it was 100 years ago, and won't be the same as it won't be the same in 100 years from now. Okay, because the way we define femininity changes throughout our history. Okay, so that's
Okay.
why your question isn't very good. Okay, because it's not a correct question. All right. And you don't
Okay.
like the answer that I give you because you want something that's definitive for an answer that's not definitive.
I see. Okay, so I can see how this frustrates you. You're saying
I'm
that
not
there's multiple
frustrated at all,
definitions.
sir. Sounds like you're a little bit
Okay.
frustrated. I mean, if you've
No, no.
already called multiple streamers, okay, to ask a question that you could look up, online yourself, then it sounds like you're a little frustrated with it.
Yeah, so see, this is where I personally disagree with your statement. I could understand the different definitions, definitive
Oh,
answer, and then a sociological perspective on femininity, and that's where I tend to disagree. Is because, in my
oh,
opinion,
gotcha. So you
biology
didn't
doesn't
actually.
change.
So you didn't.
Biology
Hold on, sir,
doesn't
sir.
change.
So you didn't. So
Over the
hold
past
on.
100
No, no.
years, how
Stop,
could
stop,
biology
stop. So you
change?
lied to me. So
How did I lie to you?
because you said you were just coming up here to ask me a genuine question that you wanted to know the answer to. When you didn't want
Yeah.
no, but you didn't come up here to ask a genuine question of something that you wanted to know the answer to. You wanted a debate because you already had a stance on this. And now you came up to ask the question in order to initiate a debate on something you already had a stance on. So you weren't genuinely asking, you were trying to get a debate out, right? And that's why
Yeah.
you called people like Parker. That's why you called other people because you don't actually care about about what the actual answer is. You've made a definitive thought towards it, and now without any evidence whatsoever, you're just trying to stand on that for a debate, right?
I would say it's less of that. It's just more so trying to understand fellow human beings and what their perspectives on life. There's a lot of
This isn't a perspective on life.
there's a lot of divide. There's a lot of divide in
Hold on,
today's
this isn't a
day
perspective
and
on
age.
life.
There's a lot. No, there's a lot of there's a lot of divide in today's day and age, and I just try to see where people stand, with their opinions on
No,
some
because if you wanted
topics.
to know where I stood, you could sit in the comments and listen because this is very easy. If you wanted to know the definition, you could have looked it up online. Or you probably could have listened to whatever definition Parker gave you. I'm sure he gave you a great one, right? But you're choosing to ignore all of that to stand on ground on something that you have no knowledge on, most likely. Because you immediately started talking about biology, and biology is not the same as gender, right? Sex and gender are two completely different things. Right.
See, that's where I tend to disagree.
That there's no
I
disagreement,
feel
sir.
like
That's not a that,
that's
sir.
the
That's not some. That's
that's
not
the
something, sir.
miseducation put
Sir,
into
that's
the
not
system.
something you have.
Biology is
Sir,
the truth.
sir. You don't have the ability to disagree with me. That was a fact that I was telling you. Okay. You don't have the ability to disagree with a fact. Now we can disagree on whether you like the fact or not. Okay, and that's totally fine. But it is a fact. Oh, he left. I guess when you just start by being intellectually dishonest, then that's where it leads you, huh? Y'all, please make sure you hit the follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate you. That's why I don't talk to 18-year-olds generally, okay? Because the truth of the matter is he is not genuine. He has no will to actually have a belief in anything. He just thought he could get some type of frustrated, fight with me. And when he didn't get one, he left. And that's usually what happens. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are about to hit a milestone over on the YTs today. So I truly believe we are going to hit a milestone today. So I'm very, very excited about that. We're going to move on to the next caller. Keep this thing going. If you guys would like to support the live, I do have super chats open and all that fun stuff. I like to throw them on the screen and talk about them in between colors. I also have my live gift goal going on over here, and of course I have my pay links in my bio. So if you'd like to support the live, I really, really appreciate that. We're going to be doing this for the next like 2.5 hours. So hang on and welcome in. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
30.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah.
Awesome. So why is that? Well, it's not really awesome, but anyways, not awesome,
I
but
think it's
still,
awesome.
why would you think that's awesome?
I don't know. I support my president
Why?
because he's the president of the United States where I live.
That's a ridiculous answer.
I supported Biden
So why?
because he was the president of my country.
That's dumb. Why would you support someone just because they're the president of your country?
Well, I support Trump for a little more. I just wanted to call in on that last guy. Yeah, I tend to agree with him. When it comes
Yeah, I don't really
to
care about that, sir. Why are you supporting
gender.
someone just because he's the
Oh.
president?
Why are you always so mad?
I'm not mad at all, sir. I want an answer to the question. I
Is
asked
it
you a
because
question.
Trump is the
Oh,
president?
so are you a big fan or something?
Yeah, I watch it.
Oh, he must be a big
I
fan.
think you
Guys,
do a
we got a
good
fan
job.
over here.
I think
He
you do a
fan.
good job.
Well,
I
if
think
you
you
watch
talk to
me at
people.
any point in time, you would know that this does not anger me at all. Okay, I'm sorry that the
I
way
just
I
think
speak,
you talk down
gets
to
in your feet.
people.
Well, sir, I talk down to people who refuse to actually have an intellectual conversation. You said you support Donald Trump just because he's the president. You said you supported Biden just because he's the president. And I want to know
Well,
why
I
you
support him for my
sir,
own reason.
and I would like to,
support
sir.
deporting
So
illegal immigrants.
you see how I'm still
150%.
talking. Okay, I want to know
Here
why
we
you
go
would
with this
just
bullshit.
support somebody. Okay, just because they're the president.
Because I'm an American citizen, and we are the strongest superpower in the fucking world.
So what?
So yeah, I support my president, no matter who it is, whether or not I voted for him. I hope they do a good fucking job.
Well, sir,
It's pretty fucking simple.
Sir, I hope all of them do a good job. Okay,
Exactly.
but when they don't, I don't support that.
Well, they all make mistakes, bud.
Yes, and I don't support those mistakes.
Right.
Yeah, and
But
when you
they're
have a
human
president,
beings also,
when you have
they're
a
not
president who
robots.
is making the majority mistakes and maybe one or two little things in here that are okay, then I don't support that president because the entire presidency is a mistake.
So the whole presidency is a mistake now.
The overwhelming
So
majority
Trump
of it.
should have never been the president, is what you're saying?
Oh, I'm 100% saying that.
He didn't win the popular vote and
He
the
did.
electoral college.
He did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how is it a mistake? That
Because
he's
no
the
one should have
president?
ever voted him in.
And why is that?
Because he's not good at being president.
I think he's doing a pretty good fucking job.
Oh, really? Our unemployment's the highest it's been in 4 years. We have horrible job loss numbers.
Not
Donald
true.
Trump has the government shut down right now while he's bailing out Argentina, also putting soybean farmers and cattle ranchers in the United States completely out of business. We are losing jobs at a ridiculous rate. We're having to pay higher prices as we see inflation continue to rise. We are more isolated from our allies than we ever were. Okay. And we're actually literally doing things with our military, like sending them into U.S. cities and attacking random boats in the Pacific. Not to mention the fact that we've attacked Iran and there have been threats to attack all sorts of other countries. We are in no way doing better than we were before. Not even close.
Oh, we haven't attempted to attack other countries. We have attacked Venezuela 100%.
Yeah.
For
And
bringing
why is that a
drugs
good
into
thing?
our country.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's absolutely a good thing.
Yeah. Fishing boats. 2,000
Do you
miles.
know
Sir,
how
sir,
much
sir, sir. I'm
fentanyl
talking.
is on those boats?
Sir.
You
No, I
think
don't.
The smartest intelligence agency in
don't.
the fucking world doesn't know that they have drugs on those boats before they get on the water?
I would hope so. But I would also hope that intelligence agency would be able to provide some sort of proof that there are narcotics on that boat. The problem with that is every single time that they're asked to provide any type of evidence to say that there was drugs on the boat, the only answer that we've actually gotten for that was Donald Trump said, "Oh, look, see on the screen where there's a bunch of white stuff," because he didn't realize that that's how infrared cameras work. Right? And he said, "Oh, look at all the white stuff on the water. That's all the drugs," even though he just couldn't figure out that that was just an infrared camera and that's what everything looks like on that.
Classified intelligence.
Why would it be classified if it's a drug? If it's a drug bust, drugs it would be under criminal.
The intelligence
Sir.
is classified, bud.
Oh, gotcha.
It's
So
the
let me
way
ask you-
they
let me
get
ask
the
you a better
information
question.
is classified. That puts people's lives at risk.
Yeah, no problem. So let me ask you a
It's pretty
question.
fucking simple.
So can the DEA walk down the street, find someone they suspect of being a drug dealer, and shoot them in the face?
No, that's in our homeland. That's inside
Oh, got you.
the
So you're saying that
international-
our
continent-
laws-
continental United States.
Gotcha.
You can't do that inside.
Oh, gotcha.
The CIA are the people
So
that do that
what
for
says
foreign
that
countries.
we can do that? What says that we can do that outside?
The Central Intelligence Agency is built for that, for outside of the United States.
Actually, the CIA is
That's
built
what
for
their job
intelligence
is.
gathering, not for killing people, killing
That's
random
what,
people.
or the OSS.
And the CIA,
the Navy has their own intelligence service against foreign countries.
Gotcha. So
yes,
what is saying that
when
the
they
Navy
bring
can
drugs into our country
Sir,
that kill
stop yelling,
150,000 Americans
child.
a year?
Hey, child.
That is their job.
Child. Thank you, sir. Okay. So what you're saying is the Navy has the ability to indiscriminately kill people who are not doing anything when it comes to war, and that we do not have any proof shown that they've actually committed any crimes. Because again, just like you said, our laws apply within the jurisdiction of the United States, right? So
Not
therefore,
true. Nope.
oh,
Nope. We work with NATO. We are
gotcha.
international.
So
bud.
our laws
we
apply.
protect so many countries. It
sir,
doesn't matter.
So our laws apply outside of the United States. That's what you're saying.
No, but our intelligence agencies.
No, sir, I'm not talking about our intelligence agencies, sir. Maybe if you stop talking and listen, you'd hear what I was saying.
You sound like a fucking idiot. You just
Yes,
don't know
I'm
what
the
you're
one who
talking
sounds like an
about.
idiot. Maybe if you could be quiet long enough to actually maybe try to comprehend more than 2 words at a time, then you'd understand what
Okay.
I was saying.
Right.
Yeah. So since that doesn't work within our laws and we do not have the ability to enforce laws outside of our country, as you just so aptly said, okay, we do not have the ability to enforce drug crimes outside of the United States. Just because we have an intelligence agency, so does everybody else. Okay, everybody other country has an intelligence agency. Sir,
it's not everybody else. That's not
sir,
true.
you're doing
wrong.
that talking thing again. When I'm telling you
You're
to be
wrong,
quiet,
though.
sir,
That's
you're doing
wrong.
that. You're doing that
Not
talking
every
thing
country
again?
has an intelligence
Okay,
agency. That's
sir,
not
that's
true.
fine. Well, I'll just go ahead and mute you, okay? Since you have the inability to control yourself, okay? So under your circumstances, okay, if we had guns that were moving from the United States over into Canada, okay, then Canada now has the ability to send their intelligence agency into the United States and kill anyone that they suspect of possibly having guns that could go move into the United States. Do you think that would be a problem?
We protect Canada. Canada.
I didn't ask you
doesn't
that
have
question, sir.
anything like that.
Let's try to concentrate on the question. If Canada suspected that illegal guns were coming from the United States and moving into Canada, should they be able to use their intelligence agency to come to the United States and kill anyone they believe that could possibly be doing that?
Absolutely, they should.
All right,
To
awesome.
protect their country.
Awesome. So therefore, every country should be able to use their intelligence agency to go into any other country and kill whoever they want.
If it's a direct threat to their fucking nation,
What's a direct
absolutely,
threat?
they should. But the problem
What's a
is
direct threat?
they all rely on us to do it for them.
What's a
bud.
direct threat?
What's a direct threat?
Mhm.
Thousands of pounds of fentanyl, cocaine, heroin, ecstasy, any type of drug that's going to kill Americans.
How do I know it's getting to Americans?
What'd you say?
How do I know it's getting to Americans?
It's coming to America.
Well, no, I agree.
Where else
Sir,
is Venezuela
sir,
sending
sir,
boats full of drugs?
Sir, well,
Or Mexico,
those
or
boats-
Colombia,
those
or
boats-
any of these.
Sir, those boats
Okay.
were 2,000 miles away, did not even have the fuel capacity to even get close to the United States. Okay, so
Right, they
there's
stop
been
in the
sir,
Dominican
sir,
Republic,
sir,
they refill,
sir.
they get in another boat, and
Yeah.
they come to
Gotcha.
fucking America.
So one,
it's not hard,
okay,
bro.
one,
It's easy
there's
fucking
been
math.
zero proof that they have any drugs on the boat. Second of all, they had no ability to even get here. Third of all, even if we could prove both of those things, you don't have the ability to just indiscriminately kill people just because we suspect that they're moving drugs. Okay, we could easily stop them and find out if they have drugs and then, use our laws and use our humanity, right? But again,
who says they're going to stop?
who says they're not going to stop?
Why would they stop?
Why not?
You think they're going to stop?
I don't know. I
If
think we
they've
should
got
find out.
Thousands of pounds of drugs on board. You think they're going to stop?
Well, you know what? That's actually really funny because the last drug boat that we actually shot down, they actually found a bunch of people that survived the crash. You know what they convicted them on?
What'd they convict them of?
Oh, absolutely nothing. Yeah, they were actually just innocent people, and they just returned them to their country. The literal people
Well, they were
off the
innocent
boat,
people
sir,
in the goddamn
literal-
boat. Now they're in the fucking water.
Yeah.
The boat's gone. Yeah, they didn't convict them of
Gotcha.
anything.
But
They don't have shit no more.
Oh, they don't have anything on them. But just a second ago, you told me we had undeniable intelligence on these boats before we
Yeah,
shot at them that there was
absolutely.
drugs on.
100%.
So we did. So and since we have that undeniable evidence, then we should be able to convict them of something, right?
Okay. I want you to read a book. It's called American Sniper. Just read it and read what happens when an American soldier or
Sir,
a
I'm very
sailor or
familiar.
anybody that
I'm
presses that button
I
that
am
kills
very
those
familiar
people
with American
makes a
Sniper.
mistake.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
well,
very
those
familiar
people,
with it.
when
That
they
is
make a
not what
mistake,
I said, sir. How about you stay on topic for a
listen to
second?
me,
No,
though.
no,
You're
no,
not
sir.
listening.
You're switching subjects. A second ago,
No, I'm trying to
you
explain
told
to you how
me,
intelligence works.
you told me
They
just
understand what is coming in. They know. They watch it get
gotcha.
loaded,
Yeah,
man.
totally.
We have
So then why did they
planes
why
all
did they not
over
arrest
every
them?
country.
Then why did they not arrest them?
Huh?
Then why did they not arrest
Because
them?
they made their fucking choice when they loaded that boat and started sending it to Dominica
No, they
or
weren't
fucking
killed.
anywhere else that was going to be shipped
Sir,
to
they
America.
weren't killed. We had them in our custody, alive. Okay, because again, they survived the attack on the boat, right? So we had them in our custody, and at any point in time, we could have just taken them, arrested them, put them in prison for these horrific crimes. Maybe even on top of that, we should have maybe interrogated them, found out where these drugs were coming from, who was stopping them. That way we could actually, work up the chain and find out, because the people on the boat, stopping them isn't going to help anything. We actually need to get to the head of the snake. That's actually how you stop. So why did we not take those people, right, and interrogate them and investigate them and arrest them for their crimes?
There is no head of the snake. You cut one off, there's
Sir,
another one.
why are you not
The best
answering
way
my
to do it-
question?
I don't know. I'm not intelligent.
Oh, I can
All
answer
I
that
know-
question for you. I can answer that
Okay,
question for you.
go ahead.
Yeah. It's because they
Answer
weren't fucking guilty of anything, so they didn't have anything to
They were
hold them on.
absolutely.
That
If
is
they
why-
send a
sir,
Hellfire missile
sir,
and
gotcha.
drop a fucking missile on somebody,
Yeah.
they are 100% guilty.
Oh,
of
the
something.
U.S. military
They
has-
are not citizens.
US
they are
hold on.
not good fishermen.
Are you
That's
saying
crazy work,
Are
bud.
you saying
You're doing crazy work right now.
Are you saying
Why don't we
that
just kill every Venezuelan fisherman in the fucking coast
Sir,
right now, then?
Are you saying
Tell me
that-
why they haven't killed every
Sir.
fucking one of them if they're just trying to kill Venezuelans
Sir,
on a fucking boat.
Are you saying
You
that,
make no fucking sense, bud.
Are you saying that the American military and U.S. intelligence is 100% right all the time? Because if that's the case, I would like to know where those weapons
No,
of mass
but they're pretty
destruction are.
fucking good beside Mossad.
Well, so where-
they
so-
are the best
so where
in the
were those-
fucking world.
so
They
where
are
were
pretty
those-
goddamn good,
Where
son.
were those weapons of mass destruction? I'm just curious.
Yeah, that was a lie to get into fucking Iraq.
Oh,
we all
just
know
like this
that.
could
That was
totally
20
be-
fucking years ago.
Just like
that
this
was
could
24 fucking years ago. What are you talking? You're talking
So-
about a fucking
gotcha.
quarter of a fucking decade. What are
Yeah.
you talking? A quarter
Oh,
of a
I'm just saying
century
because you said
behind us.
you said that they were 100% right all the time. Okay, that's what you said. You said if we're sending a
I didn't
Hellfire,
say they
in-
were 100% right
you
all the
said
time. I
if
said I
we are
know the
sending-
intelligence
Sir,
that they have is
you
undeniable.
You said that if we are sending a Hellfire missile in, then we are 100%.
Oh, they know
right.
absolutely that
Gotcha.
person is guilty. Of
Yeah, gotcha.
something.
So we've never sent
Yeah,
a Hellfire into.
abso-fucking-lutely.
We've never shot a Hellfire when we weren't 100%. Because I would like to advise you on the entire Obama and Bush administrations.
Well, like I said earlier, before you cut me off, the person that presses that button and the person that approves that is willing to put his life on the line for that fucking
Actually, that
missile to
person
be
just
sent.
quit.
Well, that's good for him. He's
Yeah,
still
that
subject
person-
to a court martial.
Yeah,
Even if he
that-
quit, it doesn't
yeah, that
matter. He
person-
did it under duty. It does
Yeah,
not
that-
matter.
That person.
Plenty
who
of people look at this
Hey,
that are
hey.
a lot smarter than you and higher ranked and make a lot more fucking money. You are a fucking social media person. That's all it is. You're a human being on YouTube exercising their rights. You have no idea how intelligence works. I have no idea how their fucking process works. But you're sitting here judging
Sir,
them for doing their
if
fucking job.
you
bud.
don't have any idea how their intelligence works, then how do you know that they have the intelligence on these boats?
It's fucking common sense, bud.
Well,
They're
I'm just
watching
saying,
these boats.
you're
They send a
saying that-
missile on these boats.
Sir,
There's a
you're
fucking
saying
reason they're doing
that
it.
the intelligence is 100% accurate. That is what you told me. Okay, but now
And
you were
you're
telling
saying,
me,
and
but
you're
now- but
saying
now
that they
you're
had no
telling me-
intelligence. How do you
I
know
didn't
that?
say they had no intelligence. I never said
Yes,
those words.
you did. You
No, I did not.
absolutely said
Okay.
they had no
I
proof
didn't.
that there was
No,
no
I said
drugs
they
on
have-
these boats.
I said they
that there
have
was no
shown-
criminals on these boats. That's
I said they
exactly
have
what
shown
you fucking said.
no proof, sir. That's what I said.
So
I
how
said
am I
they have-
wrong and you're not fucking wrong?
Because you
I support
and
our military. I support my
I
country.
also support our
You
military,
don't.
but you need
You
to be
wanna go
quiet.
live in
All
some
right,
other
well,
fucking
I'm muting
socialist
you now.
country.
Okay. What I said was, okay, they have shown no proof that there was drugs on these boats. I'm not saying there was or there wasn't. Okay. I am saying that there has been no proof shown that there was drugs on these boats. I've also said that even if there was proof that there was drugs on these boats, those drugs had no ability to get to the United States at the time. Okay. And even if it did, we do not have the right to take human beings' lives, okay, for committing a crime. Okay. We don't have that ability until they are proven in a court of law and only for the worst crimes. And then you can be punished. You don't get convicted, okay, of a crime by hellfire missile. You get convicted of crimes in a court of law, and that is what they're missing. The part of due process where people's crimes are proven, okay? And even if their crime was proven, they still don't just get killed automatically because we are a humane country, or at least we're supposed to be.
American citizens,
but I
bitch.
do love our military. I love them so much, okay, that
Fuck
I don't wish.
You love our
that
military.
I don't
you dumb
wish
bitch. You
that
don't love
I d-
shit.
All right, sir. Well, I
You
know
want
all
socialism,
right, sir.
communism. That's all you want, motherfucker. You want
all right.
everybody to get
Well,
some free
you do
shit,
realize-
and that motherfucker. That's all you care about.
Sir, you don't know what socialism or communism is, so please stop pretending like you do. All right?
Oh, I know exactly what it fucking is.
All right, what's communism?
Communism is when everybody pays their fair share into a system where everybody has everything and everybody makes the same fucking amount of money for, doesn't matter if you're a doctor or a fucking laborer. Everybody gets everything they need to pay for their family and their home and their food. The problem with that is somebody has to dictate that fucking money. And every single time communism has been implemented, the person up top has destroyed the economy. They have taken every bit of worthful gold or whatever they can for themselves, and the other people don't own anything. You don't own the land. You don't own your house that you fucking built. You don't own shit.
Yeah, sir. Communism, the definition of
So
communism.
we share the land.
Sir.
We're sharing land.
Sir, the definition of communist is a moneyless, classless, stateless society. Okay.
Yeah,
so
exactly what I just fucking said.
Well, no,
everybody
sir.
works for
No.
food.
No, sir.
And they,
No.
they
Sir,
yeah, okay,
sir.
go ahead. You
How
can't
can there-
own a fucking thing.
Sir, if there's no state, then how does the state own everything?
Because one person has to make sure it's trickled down correctly.
It's trickled down. What's trickled down?
You always have one person that. How do you do communism without one person in charge?
There's no one in charge
Tell
in
me how.
communism. It's actually as close to
Right, but
anarchy as you can get.
somehow Stalin got in charge.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
Somehow Mao
The-
got in charge.
Yeah.
Somehow Xi Jinping got in fucking charge.
Yep.
So how is it without one person in charge?
Because
that
none of those
communism-
countries are actually communist.
somehow-
They just call
somehow-
themselves communist. They're actually authoritarian,
got in charge.
totalitarian governments. Yeah.
No, don't do that bullshit. Don't start slinging it fucking the other way, because that's not
It's
true.
not slinging it. They're just not
That's all
communist. They just
communism,
call
bud.
themselves communist just because you say.
What
it,
about
you're communist.
Venezuela? What about Venezuela?
No,
That's complete
authoritarian.
communism.
Thanks, babe. Appreciate it. Nope, that's an authoritarian dictatorship.
No, that's complete communism right there. It was
Nope.
introduced as communism, and now it is an authoritarian
let me ask you-
authoritarian
Let me ask,
dictatorship.
let me
That's
ask you a question,
exactly
sir.
what's going on.
What's the name of North Korea? What do they call themselves?
North Korea?
Yeah, what do they call themselves?
I don't give a fuck what they call themselves.
All right, well let me explain to you.
The
Okay?
Democratic Republic of North Korea?
The Democratic People's Republic of Korea, actually. But you're close.
Yeah.
That was actually very close. Okay. Is
Yeah,
North
I'm
Korea
not retarded, bud. I'm
Is-
just not
sir.
super smart. I mean, you can get me with the
Sir.
gotcha bullshit questions all you
Sir,
want.
I said you were close. I was giving you credit. Okay. Is North Korea democratic?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Are they a people's republic?
I guess they would be considered a people's republic because nobody says a fucking thing.
No, a people's republic would mean that
They
it
don't
actually,
vote for anybody though, so
Sir,
I
a
don't
pe-
know.
a people's-
They have no choice but to vote for the person that the leader
That's what
tells
I'm
them
saying,
to vote for.
sir. Sir, that's what I'm saying. They call themselves democratic. They call themselves a people's republic. They're not either. Okay? So just because they call it
okay.
the Chinese Communist Party doesn't actually make them communist. Okay? It just means
No,
that
they're
they have
actually not
called,
communist. The Chinese
just
people,
called
the Chinese
themselves
Communist Party is
communists,
actually
okay?
not communist.
But you
It is
brought it
not
up.
communism.
You brought up Xi Jinping saying it was
Well,
communist.
it started as communism, is what I'm telling you, and now it is no
When was
longer
it communist?
communism.
When did China not have a leader?
When the last one died, it became communist, and these people voted for something they
No.
thought that it would
never
represent
communist, sir.
everybody and
was
help
never-
everybody in China.
It was never communist.
Everyone
sir.
in China is fucking. Yes, it was.
It wasn't
bud.
communist,
That's how
sir.
it started.
It was never
and it's turned into a
communist.
fascist nation. Do you know
It's
the
also
definition
not-
of fascism? Can
Yes,
you
it's
explain that to me?
it's palingenic palingenic ultranationalism.
Okay, go ahead and dumb it down for someone that's dumb as a welder like me.
Okay, well, first of all, let me get to what I was saying about them. Okay, no, they were never
Okay, go
communist.
ahead. Take your time.
Okay, if you want to say anything, they do have. They would be. They're a totalitarian dictatorship, right? Which is what they actually are.
You
if
talking about China?
I am talking about China. Yes, so was
Okay.
Russia, so was Venezuela. They were all these types of dictatorships, right?
All started as
Not
communism.
good, right? No, not known as communism. Okay, just called communism, not known
Started
as
as.
communism. Okay, and
Okay.
fascism is not the same as communism or totalitarianism, but
No, not at all.
fascism can be a part of authoritarianism. That is correct. Usually, your fascist governments are authoritarian in the way that they speak. Okay. Yeah, but these countries, communist countries, that communism is about as far from fascism as you can get on the political scale.
No. So where you're wrong is it always starts as communism. It starts as a communal thing where everybody's going to do the same thing. Everybody's going to work hard. The problem with that is you need to rely on everybody to work the same amount for the same amount of pay for it to work, right? And you always have a fucking leader. The problem is it always turns into fascism, what you have in China. China owns
China
every
is not
corporation,
fascist.
every company in the country of China, and that whole country pays money to the government. The government owns a monopoly on every company. You have to pay. That is fascism.
No, it's not.
So when you guys call America fascist,
that's not fascism.
it's that is absolute. That's the definition of fascism.
Nope, I actually just
the
gave you
government controls every company.
I actually just gave you
every fucking profit in the fucking country. The government has a hand in.
Yeah,
that is fascism.
It's still not fascism,
Absolutely.
sir. I already told you that fascism is palingenetic ultranationalism. Okay, that has nothing to do. Fascism
so you're
has
saying just Nazi Germany was the only fascist in the world, is what you're saying?
No, actually, fascism was born out of Italy.
Right. Okay. So Italy and Germany were the only two countries that ever practiced fascism.
No, there have been
ever.
other countries that have practiced, like parts of
Mongolia practiced fascism.
fascism.
Like,
Sir,
what are you talking about?
When we
That
talk
is
about
the definition of fascism. China is fascist.
No, sir. When we talk about fascism, all right, we relate the words fascism, and when we talk about fascism, to other historical fascist nations such as Italy and Germany, right? And then we compare it backwards, all right? So then again, we get into palingenetic ultranationalism, right? Palingenetic. I always say palingenetic ultranationalism.
What's the definition of that? I just want to know for myself.
I'm going with it.
No,
right now,
I know
okay?
you're talking. I'm not trying
Yeah.
to cut you off. I'm just asking what's like palingenic nationalism. Like,
Palingenetic refers to rebirth or like reform. Okay, so it's like it refers mostly to a national rebirth. It comes with a cult. It's like a cult.
So birthing
Hold on,
what
sir,
you
sir,
want
sir. Let me get it out, and then I'll open it up for questions.
I'm sorry,
Okay,
bud. I ain't
so
trying to cut you off.
it comes from like the
questions.
like a cult of national purism, right? It's that we have to like be reborn into this mythic golden past that we used to be in. Like, so when we talk about make America great again, right? That is a direct freaking thing straight from Germany, right? Which was make Germany great again, right? It's this cult of like of national purism. United States is better than everybody else just because we're the United States. People in the United States are better than everybody else across the world just simply for the fact that they are here. Okay, and for no other reason than
we are them.
but we're not. Okay, and that's the problem.
We are.
Okay, we are not
Absolutely
better.
we
You
are.
are not better than somebody born in India just because you were born here. You're not.
No, but my country is better than their country.
How?
100%. Do you know the opportunities I have here?
There are
I can
lots
quit
of
my job
opportunities, sir.
tomorrow and go pipe
think
fit for somebody else for more
You
money.
don't think they have opportunities
it's the
in
best
India?
country in the world.
You don't think they have opportunities in India?
Yeah, to make $1 a day. You know what I mean?
You don't think there's rich people in
it's
India?
just the truth.
You don't
I
think there's capitalism
I'm better
in
than
India?
anyone. I work with a lot of immigrants, man. I work with a lot of illegal fucking immigrants too.
Sir,
I don't
I'm
think
not
I'm better
talking
than
about
anyone.
that. Okay.
I'm
see,
just
this-
telling you, I think our country is the best country in the fucking world, and there's
That's-
no way around that.
That's great, sir. But if you can't articulate why we're the best country, okay, then that's not patriotism. That's nationalism.
Okay. So let me tell you, I got a friend that's from the Philippines, has a Filipino passport. She can't go to Europe. I can take my fucking passport and I can go buy a plane ticket to any country in the fucking world.
Yeah.
We are the best country in the fucking world.
You do
and
realize
you just can't seem to see that.
You do realize that the U.S. passport isn't even top 5 in the most accessible passports in the world, right?
I can go anywhere I
No,
fucking
you cannot
want.
actually. There are actually at least
100% I could.
you cannot. The U.S.
I've
passport.
been to so many countries, bro. You're
Sir,
full of shit.
I am
saying
sure
what your
you have
feelings tell you
been,
to
sir.
say. You
I am
don't-
sure
you're not
you
doing
have
this
been
off
to
of
many
fact.
countries. I have also been to many countries. Okay.
All right.
The
Did
United
you have a
States,
problem?
The United
Did you
States,
have a problem?
sir.
Did you have a problem going?
Just because I can go to some countries just fine doesn't mean that my passport is the most accessible passport on the planet. Okay, that's not how that works.
You can't go to communist countries? Is that
how
what you're
many
upset about?
countries? How many countries have you been to on this planet?
I've been to Jamaica. I've been to Europe. I've been to Italy. What about you?
I've been to like 30 different ones. I've been all over the place.
Right, you've been in Europe, so you've crossed borders.
I've been in
and you've just
Asia.
handed them a fucking passport.
I've been actually most of those countries don't need a passport, but yeah.
Yeah, they just let you pass. You show them that blue fucking passport, and you can go anywhere you want.
No, you don't have to show the passport.
Now talk
sir.
about a legal and legal
So,
legal
I'm gonna put this in. Okay.
immigrant coming to America.
Watch.
They live in America
Sir,
for years. They
sir,
can't get on a plane and
sir,
go to fucking Europe.
Okay.
They're not wanted
So I'm gonna put
there. They can't go there.
I'm gonna put this up on the screen, okay? Just for you to see, okay?
I can't see anything.
Well, I'm gonna read it
But
off to
go
you. It's
ahead.
fine. The most open passports in the world, according to the 2025 Henley Passport Index, is Singapore's, which provides visa-free access to 193 destinations. Okay, South
because
Korea.
America
hold up,
protects
sir,
them.
sir,
That's because
sir,
of NATO.
I'm
Yep.
talking.
Yeah, NATO protects them.
Be
That's why.
quiet.
America protects
You
them.
do realize that over 80% of Singapore is Chinese, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And China.
So
yeah.
let me
okay,
go ahead and finish. Okay. The first most
It's still
open.
the truth.
The first most open passport in the world is Singapore with 193 countries, which is the entire
Awesome.
world. By the way, just thought I'd throw that out there. If you have a
They're
Singaporean
very
passport,
smart people. That's why.
if you
They're
are
very
if
smart.
you have a Singaporean passport, okay, you can literally enter every single country on this planet, okay, without a visa. The most open
Good.
passport on the planet. The second is South Korea,
They're
which is
smart
with,
people.
with 190 destinations. Third is Japan
Also
with
smart.
189 destinations.
Also
Fourth place,
really smart and helpful
Germany,
people.
Italy, Luxembourg, and Spain with 188 destinations. And fifth place is
Super smart
Austria,
people.
which is Austria, Belgium, Denmark, Finland, France, Ireland, and the Netherlands. Okay.
All part of NATO. Every
Yeah.
single fucking
All
one
of
them.
those
Everyone
countries-
you just blasted off is part of NATO.
Yeah, sir. So if you're saying that the United States is the best country on the planet because you can go the most places with your passport, then that means every single one of those other countries is actually better than the United States because they can go to more places.
Sure. I'm just
So then we're
telling
not
you
the
that
best.
We can flash a passport and go wherever the fuck we want. I'm glad they can too.
No,
I didn't say we were the
can't.
best country in the world because we have a passport. That's not what I said at all. I gave you one reason why we are the best country in the world. That wasn't my fucking, I'm not going to stand on that hill and die on it. Obviously, you just proved me wrong. There you go. I'm glad those people can go wherever they want, but they're also protected by America.
Sir.
They are protected.
I just want you to tell
us.
me one place that we're the best at. By the way, in case anyone was
One
wondering, the
place
United States.
we're the best at taking people in from other countries and giving them a chance at a capitalist society that is fully regulated. And if you work hard, you can make fucking money.
Okay.
That
Well,
is the bottom. That is the only. We are the only country in the world where you can go from nothing to $1 million in
That's not
fucking
true.
1 year.
That's not true at all. Actually, that's
Okay.
not even
Tell me
fucking
another
close to
country.
true. Okay.
Come on.
The UK.
You got to pull it up. Yeah.
The UK, Italy,
Fuck outta
Germany,
here.
Norway,
The
Sweden,
UK is not going to be
fucking
the
the
UK
Netherlands,
in 10 years.
fucking
They have
Japan,
so
South
many
Korea,
Iranians,
fucking
Saudi
Singapore.
Arabians,
Singapore's a great one too.
Iraqis,
Like
Afghanis.
literally, there's
They've
so
got
many
so many
countries on this
terrorist
planet that you can
cells.
do
They
that.
don't know what to do with it.
Canada,
You
Mexico.
can't even post.
Fucking you fucking. There are so many other countries you can do that.
That's not true at all.
There's
It's
so
not
many other
even
countries
close,
that you
bud.
can do that at. What do you? Sir,
You
this-
can't even
this
post
shows
on
you've never-
Facebook without getting
you-
locked up in the
you-
UK. You fucking idiot.
Not true.
What are
You've
you
obviously never
talking
been
about?
to the UK. But anyways, okay. This shows.
Bro, have you read anything about what's
Yes,
going
sir,
on in
I
the
read
UK?
that one
Are you-
story.
What's going on right now?
Yes,
What's
sir.
going on right
Sir.
now in London? What
Sir.
is going on right now
I'm
in London?
trying to talk. If you would see, when you ask a question,
I
it's-
know, but you won't listen. You want to talk.
Then why
but
are
you, don't
you
wanna let
asking me
talk.
questions if you don't want me to
What's
talk?
going on in the UK right
No,
now?
I'll just be quiet.
There is a protest walking through the streets for illegal immigrants. It's what's happening, son. The people there are tired of the fucking people that don't share their values coming into their country. It's happening right now. Look it up.
That's
On
fucking
live.
happening
They're
here,
walking
ding
down
dong.
the street. All right, ding dong. All right, you've been
That's
wrong about everything
happening
you fucking said
here.
to me.
What are you talking about?
It's in London, son.
It's happening
going
in
on
London and it's
right.
also happened here. If it's happening in London and it's also happening here, then why does it make us better than them?
That has nothing to do with us being better than
Exactly,
I'm just telling
sir.
you right now. You said UK. You said UK.
Sir, yes,
Look what's going on in UK.
Sir, I know
How do you
what's
go
going-
make $1 million over there when you have tens of thousands of immigrants coming in a week?
Okay, then
taking
how do you
your
make $1 million
fucking job.
here when we have 14 million undocumented immigrants here?
You have a good fucking idea and you have a fucking skill.
Oh,
That's
gotcha.
how it works.
So gotcha. So if you have a good idea and you have a skill in America, the immigrants don't stop you at all. But if you're in the UK and you have a great
No.
idea and skills, then the immigrants stop you.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You
job.
can't even say
Glad
what
we
you
got
want
there.
on Facebook in the UK. What are
Sir,
you
yes,
talking about?
You fucking can. Okay. Yes, I know you guys.
can't get. No,
Sir.
you cannot.
All
They're
right.
getting
Well,
arrested.
I'm muting you now. Yes, sir. I do understand that you guys read one story. Okay. I'm so happy that you guys read one story about somebody in Facebook being arrested. Okay. I understand. Okay. And you think that because you guys read one story on Fox News, okay, you think that no one in any fucking country on the fucking planet has freedom of speech anywhere. Okay. But I encourage you to actually, I don't know, leave whatever little town you're in and actually go someplace. Okay. And then you would realize that all these other countries also have freedom. Okay. We do not have the monopoly on freedom. They all have freedom too. Okay. And understanding that our country, while I love my country very, very much, has a lot of work to do is actually important. Okay. And the difference between my side and your side is you think that our country is perfect regardless of all of the evidence. I look at the evidence and realize that our country has a lot of work to do, and I want to help work to make our country better. You just want our country to go back into the past. Okay. That rebirth, that old school, that freaking how things used to be. Everything has to go back to how it was. Okay. And that lack of understanding about your place in the world and the United States' place in the world, you're wanting to go back to this mythical time when somehow we were better, even though, 50 years ago, women couldn't even get a bank account on their own. Okay. But we got to go back to that time. That is the fascist part. Okay. And that's what makes it fascist. But anyways, I'm bored with talking to you, so I'm going to move on to the next caller. So have a good one, all
Oh,
right?
I didn't listen to anything you just said.
Sir, I know if you
it's
listen,
okay.
if you had been listening to smart
Hey,
people,
12,000
if you would listen to smart people, you never would have gotten to this position to begin with. Okay? I know I was talking over your head the entire time. Don't worry. All right, y'all. Uh-oh. We're about to move on to the next caller. I really appreciate you. I was trying to go through a couple super chats real quick because I definitely did see some. And y'all, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate you. All right, we're gonna go through a few super chats real quick, and then we'll move on to the next caller. Oh my God, Noah, thank you so much for the huge $100 super chat right here. Thank you guys so much. Says easy, fuck the others. All right, hey, whatever you say, man. Thank you so much for the $100 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. And Noah with the $50 super chat behind it said, my favorite war statue was taken down by retards when an apology of higher values is met. Within we can go back to parting. If your favorite statue was a Confederate statue, then you're a loser. Just thought I'd let you know that. But thank you so much for the $50 super chat. We're going to move on. Keep going. Oh, again, Noah. Thank you for whatever this means. Thanks for the $20. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Noah. I have no idea what you're talking about. All right. But thanks anyway. Shay, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Said, MAGA just blindly follows and requires proof of absolutely nothing. It's sad. Thank you so much, Shay. It absolutely is. CJ with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Garrett with the fuck Trump. I appreciate that. Taurus, again with the 5 gifted memberships. Man, we had 5 gifted from CJ and 5 gifted from Taurus. Big W's in the chat for all of that. I appreciate that. And CJ, thank you so much for the $10. And being unaware and unhinged is a next level of insanity. Like I said, having the confidence of a mediocre white man would be amazing. But y'all, I do need to celebrate something with you before we move on to the next caller, so I really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. If you guys would like support, that's a great way to do it. Also, make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We have just hit a milestone. Guys, for everybody out there, but especially the people that are on YouTube right now, we have just hit 50,000 subscribers on the YouTubes. Can we get big W Polly's, W Chet, W everything for 50,000 subs on YouTube today that we just hit? Huge, huge, huge W's for everybody here, everybody who supports, all of the mods, everybody who helped make this a thing. I appreciate you guys so much for all of the freaking support and the help and everything that's gone. We're gonna keep this thing going. We're gonna go straight all the way to 100,000, right? We're gonna take this thing all the way to 100,000 and keep this thing going. So huge W's in the chat for 50,000 followers. Absolutely insane last 5 months that it's taken to get here, and just absolutely amazing. So I am just in awe. I am just in absolute thanks to all of you guys for the support and for all of the support and all of and everything that you guys have done to make this be what it is. So I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Again, keep with those W's for the 50,000. I really, really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Woo! Hello, how are you?
Hey, how's it going, man?
It's going well. How old are you?
19.
All right, awesome. Do you still live with your mom and dad?
Nope.
All right. Well, do you still support Trump?
I don't know. I kind of feel like it's, if you end up in a spot where you're, kind of mainline, just I support everything he does, or like I hate everything he does, you kind of end up putting yourself in a spot where you just look at things through one filter, because there's so much coverage on the media that's
No, not at all.
incredibly biased in either way. So I
No.
just kind of,
Donald Trump is implementing fascism and trying to create a military state while causing wars in another country and destroying our economy. I don't know why I have to support.
really?
I don't know why I have to support him just
Oh.
because he did something
shit,
good.
dude, wait, what do you say that again?
Could you not keep up with it the first time?
No, I want to hear that again now. I might have missed something.
I said Donald Trump is supporting friggin' fascism while putting the military against American people,
God.
starting wars in other countries and destroying our economy. So I'm sorry if you can find one or two things that you like that he did. I really don't care.
So your position is what?
Sure, I'm not repeating myself again. This is why I don't talk to 19-year-olds.
Dude, why do you need an audience like this? This is kind of weird,
I think it's
You
kind of
probably
weird
weren't
that you
that
took
popular
time
as
out
a
of
child.
your day to call this live to just be an idiot.
I'm having fun. You don't seem to be having that much fun.
No, I'm not, because
I'm
you're
enjoying
stupid
my
and I
time.
don't have fun with stupid people.
Fuck,
I
you
have
got
fun with
me,
people
dude.
that actually have good conversations. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I actually really am. Yeah, but that's
That's
fine.
how you can tell is because you say it like that.
Yeah.
Did you
well,
run?
sir,
Let
are
me
you
ask you a
trying
question. One
to,
more question.
sir, are you trying to
You're gonna
date
let me
me?
go soon. I'll give you one question.
Yeah. Are you trying to date me? Is that what it is? All right. Well, I guess this guy's just trying to fuck me or something. I'm not really sure. But anyway, sir, I am taken. Okay. It sounds like I am taken. Oh, that's very strange. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next person. Very weird. First of all, don't start drinking that earlier in the morning. Okay. Very, very weird. Anyways, hello, how are you?
Hey, Polypolitics. I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I am 40 years old.
Awesome. You still support Trump?
Yes and no. First off, I just want to say that, I respect your position and goal of trying to make this country better. And, one of the most important ways for us to do that is through politics and through open discussions like this. So I very much respect and appreciate that. But I also would like to set some ground rules for this conversation.
I don't want to do any of this shit, nor do I really want to hear it, to be completely honest with you. You said you kind of support Trump and you kind of don't. It's just weird, okay? Like, why are you in support of Donald Trump even a little bit with all the things that he's doing?
Well, I support Donald Trump for the original politics and campaigning that he ran on.
So his lies.
Even as far back as his first campaign.
So you support him for the things that he lies about?
I support him. Please don't put words in my mouth.
Well, you're saying based off his campaign stuff, and his campaign stuff never comes true.
Well, look, here's the ground rules that I wanted to set.
I don't care, sir. You said you voted for him.
Very respectful.
Sir, I am already over this conversation. Like, straight the fuck up, okay? You say that you support him because of the things he campaigns on. The things he campaigns on. Okay,
why these ground rules need to be set.
Okay, well, I know I'm actually really just proving why I'm going to move on to the next caller, to be completely honest with you.
There needs to be people who are willing to allow others to talk.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're going against what you said by not allowing open.
Yeah, sir. I have an idea for you. Okay. I have an idea for you. Okay.
I'm willing to allow you to talk. Yes.
All right, Pro. Thank you for allowing me to talk. Here is my opinion. Okay, and this is what I think you should do. Okay, I think you should go start your own show on your own live, and that way you can make the ground rules for your show. Okay, whatever you want. No. I'm talking, sir. I would appreciate, sir. I'd appreciate if you didn't interrupt me. Thank you. Okay,
I apologize.
That way you can make the own ground rules for your own show. Okay, but see, here's the thing. On my show, I make the rules. Okay, not the other way around.
Fair enough.
Okay, perfect. All right, so. You're saying that you support Donald Trump because of the things that he campaigns on. The things that he campaigns on, he almost never accomplishes. Almost ever. Okay? So I want to know why you are supporting Donald Trump for the things that he just promises to do that he never does. Okay? And if you can't respond to that, then I hope that you have a whatever day, and I'll move on to the next caller, okay?
Can you provide examples of the statement that you just made? You said
absolutely. Donald Trump.
He never.
First term or second term?
You choose.
Sure. First term, he said he was going to lower insulin costs. He never did. Joe Biden did. He said he was going to pass infrastructure bill. He didn't do that. Biden actually ended up passing the largest infrastructure bill in American history. He said he was going to pass immigration policy. He was never able to do that.
He did attempt to do some of those things.
I didn't say whether he attempted to do things or not. I said he didn't do them.
Okay, but
okay, cool. Sir, I'm not near done.
We have to acknowledge that presidents all presidents fail to enact policies or make changes that they campaign on.
He said he was going to replace the ACA, never did.
That is largely in part giving them the benefit of the doubt and saying that they're honestly trying to pursue those things. We have to agree that politicians and presidents are often stifled in their attempts to make progress because of opponents from the other side.
Sure, Donald Trump currently owns the House, the Senate, has a conservative majority in the Supreme Court. Okay, and he's the president.
He didn't at the first term.
Sir, because sir, I said I was just starting on the first term. I can move to the
Right.
second one.
And-
That's not hard. Donald Trump said he was going to lower grocery
that's what-
prices on day one. No,
But that's what we're currently debating.
yeah. Donald Trump said he was going.
debating the first term.
Sir, Donald Trump said
policy.
in this. No, you don't like the first term because you said Democrats had some power. So we'll just move on to the second term. It's not that difficult. Donald Trump said he was going to lower grocery prices on day one. Grocery
We don't
prices have
to move
risen.
on. I would
Donald,
like to continue
No, I'm
discussing
well,
what
sir.
you were
What is the
discussing in
point of
first one.
discussing the first term if your entire excuse for the first term is going to be Donald Trump didn't have every single branch of the military, so he doesn't get any
That's
type
not
of
my-
conversation
That's not
about.
my entire excuse. You're putting words in my mouth.
You just used it as one.
That's not my entire reasoning for anything. You're putting words in my
Well,
mouth.
you said that you
That's-
voted for you
that's
support Donald
factually
Trump.
untrue.
You said you supported Donald Trump based off the things that he campaigns on. In his first term, he showed no ability, okay, to actually get any of the things that he campaigned on actually done.
If I did say it the way you just said it, which I don't believe I did,
You did.
what my intent was, or what I meant to say, and maybe I misspoke, was that I supported things that Donald Trump originally campaigned on as far back as his first term, mainly which being draining the swamp. I think that we can all agree that there's a great deal of corruption through lobbying and other forms in our government on both sides. And, excuse me, and his original campaign slogan was to drain the swamp. He was one of the first politicians that I ever remember in my lifetime actually calling out the corruption that is so deeply rooted in our government. And
Donald
he
Trump
didn't call
is
it
the
out
corruption.
on the Democratic Party. He didn't call it out on the Republican Party. He
Donald
called
Trump
it out in
is
government.
the corruption. Donald Trump is currently suing the
Well, then-
department.
then
Sir,
why-
sir. Donald Trump is currently, right now, okay? This isn't like a past, present, future. Right now, Donald Trump is currently suing the Department of Justice for $250 million, okay? And then
Right,
hold on,
And
and
why
then
is he-
hold
why is he doing
on,
that?
sir. Hold on, sir.
Okay.
Donald Trump is suing the Department of Justice for $250 million. Who gets to decide whether he gets paid for that or not?
You mean the Supreme Court?
No,
Who are you referring to?
it's him. Donald Trump gets to decide whether he settles his own lawsuit against the government for $250 million. Because Donald Trump is is the head of the executive, and the executive runs the Department of Justice. So Donald Trump is currently
the Department of Justice.
Sir, I'm
is
not
separate
asking your fucking
from the
opinion on this
executive
at
and
all.
Legislative
I-
branch, because that's the way our government was constructed.
No, the Department of
The
Justice
judicial-
falls
the
against the
judicial branch-
executive branch. You don't know that?
The Department of Justice, which is headed by the which is operated or headed by the judicial branch,
Wrong.
is separate from the executive branch.
Wrong. The Department
No,
of
that is
Justice does
true.
not fall under the judiciary.
The Supreme Courts, which are
The
part of
Supreme Court
judicial
falls
branch-
under the judiciary. The Department of Justice does not.
And where did those lawsuits have to eventually go?
They
The
don't
Supreme
have to
Court.
go anywhere.
If he was in charge of getting
If he-
paid out on the lawsuits that he's making, then he would have already been paid.
He just did it. You want him to get paid 3 days after he announces it?
He would have already been paid.
Gotcha. So you think that Donald Trump, even though he just announced the lawsuit this week, should have already gotten paid on his own settlement?
What I'm saying is that if he were in control of whether or not he got paid out on those things,
He
these
said
lawsuits
it.
would have these
He
lawsuits
said
would
it
have.
on television.
Then why would they have not?
He-
Why would these lawsuits?
Donald Trump
if he was
said,
so,
he
if
specifically
he
said
was-
on TV, sir, I need you to listen, okay? Donald Trump said
if
on
he was
TV,
capable
it
of
is,
getting paid out on these lawsuits
Listen, sir.
by his own
Sir.
will. Then
Sir.
why would he have not started
Sir.
these lawsuits on day one when he took office?
all right, are you done speaking now?
What you're saying is incorrect.
Are you done
And
speaking
I'm
now?
asking you a question. That
Yeah, I
proves
don't
that.
really care. Are you done speaking now?
I ended my question.
Awesome, cool. Donald Trump on television on an interview this week said, I don't know exactly verbatim what he said, but I could pull it up if you really need me to. He said, it is
Yes,
very,
please
very,
do.
sir, you don't even know what I'm about to say.
Please pull it up. Yes.
Shh.
You just stated that you
All
don't
right.
know exactly what he said. So
I do know exactly what he said. I'm saying I don't know it word for word.
So that's not exactly what he said. So let's
Okay.
pull it up from a
All right.
from a
Well, then why don't you pull it up?
non-right source.
Why don't you
an
pull it up?
unbiased source.
Why don't you pull it up?
Oh goodness. Okay. Well, you
Yeah,
give
you
me
pull
the
it up.
time, and I will pull it up.
Yeah, go ahead and pull it up.
In fact, I'll even word the question the way you want it. Let me search this the way you would like
Yeah.
it to be searched.
Yeah, sure.
Say the question.
Oh,
What did Donald Trump say? Go ahead.
no, sir. And since you continue to talk over me, I assume you already know what I'm getting ready to say. So why don't you look up what I was getting ready to say and just find out what Donald Trump said on it? Since apparently you have a crystal ball over there because you won't let me get this sentence out.
Come on, man. You
Awesome.
You,
Then how about this? How about
I
you? How
started
about
this
how, sir,
conversation
sir,
with,
sir? No, I
respect
don't,
the fact
sir.
that you're
I
trying to
do
make
not
the country
care.
better.
I want your
We make our
mouth
country
to
better
be
by finding
quiet.
common ground,
Okay.
by
Look, I
respecting each
understand
other,
if
by
you didn't
not,
have parents that taught you
insulting
any
each
manners.
other.
Be quiet, and I'll tell you what Donald Trump said. Then, if you would like me to look it up and actually pull up
So
the video,
you're
I'll be glad to do that. Okay.
yourself. You're
Sound good?
discrediting yourself, and you're
All
getting
right.
angry.
Well,
and
I'm
escalated
muting you now,
because-
and so I can tell all the rest of the people here since you have no anything to say. So, what Donald Trump said was, it is very, very strange that I get to decide the settlement on my own lawsuit. That is what Donald Trump said. Okay. He said that. So Donald Trump understands, okay, that it is very, very weird that he is the one who gets to decide the settlement on his own lawsuit. And he even admitted it. Okay. But you not knowing that the Department of Justice falls under the executive kind of just tells me that I don't think you really have like the knowledge to even have a conversation about how this lawsuit gets paid out, because you didn't even know that the lawsuit existed and you don't know that the Department of Justice falls under the executive. So I don't know how you're even trying to dispute or try to argue something when you don't even know the premise behind it.
Am I still muted or? Okay, I'm not still muted. I had to go into your video to see that. Okay, so so it's true that I don't know every current event going on within our U.S. government right now. Hold on, I'm getting feedback.
It's insane.
Okay, can you still hear me? Hello?
Yep.
Okay. So, yes, it's true. I do have a life. I have a business to run. I am a father of 3 children, and I do have important things going on in my life. I don't know every current event that just was released 3 days ago, especially with all of the bombardment that the media does to distract from the important matters.
So this isn't
that are
current
going on
events.
within
This
our
is
country.
this is middle school civics. Where does the Department of Justice fall under?
What I was getting at was the fact that it doesn't matter what the Department of Justice falls under. Whatever lawsuits are going on that Trump wants to enact can be pushed to the Supreme Court, which are controlled by the judicial branch of our government, which is separate from the executive branch, and which the president does not have control over. True or false?
False.
That is true. It is
No,
factually
it's
true.
false.
But that's okay. Let's move on.
Do settlements on cases go to the Supreme Court?
Settlements on cases can be pushed to the Supreme Court.
No, settlements is literally to stop it from going into the court system. That's the point of a settlement. If there's a settlement, you can do a settlement off the books without it ever going to a court system. And who gets to decide whether it goes to court or goes to a settlement?
You're correct. I misspoke. Settlements is not what I meant.
And who gets to decide whether it goes to court?
Lawsuits.
Who decides whether it gets to go to court or go to a settlement?
Go ahead.
Donald Trump gets to decide whether his case gets settled or not, or goes to court. So Donald Trump can elect to settle his own case, which means it never goes to a court, which means it can never go to the Supreme Court because it was a settlement and it stayed outside of the judiciary. Okay. And this is all the way inside the executive. Do you still have my live up, by the way?
No, I took it down.
Oh, okay. Because I've had this nice little thing up here from The Guardian where it says Trump says he has final say on paying himself 30 million, not 50 million. That was on me. Where Trump says he has the final say on paying himself $230 million for past investigations.
Can you instruct me on how to bring the live back up without getting the feedback from our phone call?
You could mute it.
Mute the phone call or mute the live?
Mute the live.
Okay, let me pull it back up. Thank you. Mute the live. How do I mute the live? I'm not seeing an option for that. It's okay.
Yeah, no problem. So let me ask you a question, sir. If Donald Trump is suing the Department of Justice and he gets to decide whether he gets paid out, and if he gets paid out by taxpayer money, your and my money, our money. Our money is what's going to go to Donald Trump's pocket to pay his lawsuit, which is a blatant violation of the emoluments clause, by the way, just to be very, very clear. If Donald Trump, if Donald Trump is suing the Department of Justice to take our money out of our pockets, how is he the one fixing corruption?
No, totally agree. That is completely wrong and should not be allowed within the country.
It's not.
We have lots of but you have to admit that him utilizing and this is the same thing he did with business and you know, the tax system that everybody in his first campaigns was trying to paint him out to be, you know, the bad individual for. He's utilizing the system that was already in place. He didn't create that system. He's utilizing the system that was already in place to his benefit. That is not his fault. Is it wrong? Absolutely. Totally agree with you 100% on that.
So just to be clear, the person you said that was draining the swamp is literally using the government to freaking defraud the American people and the American taxpayer, and you think that he is the one getting corruption out, when you literally just within your own sentence just admitted that not only is he not getting corruption out, he is using the system as corrupt as possible. Let's also be very clear that that is illegal what he's doing.
If it was illegal, then how is he doing it?
Because Donald Trump does illegal things all the time.
But it's in the limelight of everybody to see. If it's illegal, how's he doing it?
Yes, he is doing illegal things right in front of everybody. But the Supreme Court already ruled that anything that Donald Trump does, he has immunity for.
That's not true.
Yes, they did. They read that anything that Donald Trump does or the president of the United States does within his official duties, he has pure immunity for. He cannot be charged for it.
That's not true. But
it is
I totally
true.
agree with what you're saying.
It
It's
again
true.
Factually
untrue.
Sir, yeah, just like you told me the last thing was factually untrue, and I have had to literally break it down to show you that it is true. You told me that he wasn't suing himself. You also told me it was factually untrue the Department of Justice wasn't under the executive, sir. Sir, I don't think anybody really has the reason to believe you saying that something is not true when every single thing in this conversation you said is not true has been proven to be true.
Well, the way that you're stating some things, it is untrue, and people still believe and follow you. So we can.
And what have I said that's untrue?
We can ping pong that one.
What have I said that's not true?
Long. But let's move.
What have I said that's not true?
Let's move the conversation.
Nope, we're not moving anywhere. You called me a liar. You tell me what I was lying about.
I'm stating that what you said earlier about Donald Trump being able to determine the what's it called? The outcome of his own lawsuit was untrue.
But it was true. Okay. And again, I put up a source and put it on the screen that shows that Donald Trump even said it was true.
It's true that he's determining his own settlement, but he's not determining whether or not that whole lawsuit gets settled.
Yeah, yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Then who is?
The courts.
No, the courts don't decide whether something goes into a settlement. If you
the
do a
courts and the
civil case
people-
where you are
the courts
suing
and the
someone,
people that he is suing.
no, sir, he's suing
It's
the
insane.
U.S. government that he runs. Are you not getting this?
Who runs the government? All three branches.
Sir, he's not
The
suing
judicial-
all
the
three
judicial
branches.
branch,
He's suing the executive branch.
and the legislative
Sir,
branch.
he's not suing all three branches. He's suing the executive branch.
Okay. Well, let's just say that you're right on
I
all
am
this,
right.
And again, move on to the portion of the conversation that actually helps better our country and finds common
I'm
ground.
going to go ahead and put this up here. Supreme Court grants Trump broad immunity for official acts, placing presidents above the law. I'll just put that up on the screen while you said I'm wrong about that too. So go ahead and move on with the conversation.
So you asked where and why I support Trump. Going back to the original.
Y'all
part
make
of
sure you
the
hit that follow
conversation.
button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Donald Trump originally campaigned on outrooting corruption within our government. That has clearly taken a wrong turn, and where I lost faith in Trump was the final straw for me was when he denied that the Epstein case and Epstein files had any validity. And we've yet to see why. It's yet to even come out why he really and the FBI made that call. However, I want to say that I believe strongly that his change in direction, his change of course, was fueled and caused by the very corruption that he set out to try and expose and fix within our government. And I know this. Well, I don't know this. I believe this because of experience that I've had in law enforcement, in the military, in trying to correct things within corrupt systems, corrupt departments, corrupt communities. And when you do so, you are attacked and tried to be discredited. And,
Sir, what in the hell are you
the
talking about,
corruption-
dude?
I think it's pretty clear what I'm saying.
No,
So
it's
let me finish.
really, really not, sir.
I'm saying that when you try to take a stand against corruption, against evil, the corruption and evil that you are taking a stand against has no bounds, no restrictions on what they are willing to do.
Sir, Donald Trump isn't
try and
releasing the
discredit
Epstein
you
files
and to
because
try
he's
and
in
bury
them.
you. What's that?
This is not difficult. Donald Trump's not releasing the Epstein files because he's in them.
I would probably agree with you on that.
Probably
but
agree with
where
me?
is- Where is he in that? Because the most likely, I say probably because you and I don't know that.
Sir, yes,
You
we
and I don't
do.
know that. But the
He was
evidence
briefed on
points
it.
to the fact. The evidence points to the fact that he most likely is.
He was
But we
briefed
don't know,
on it.
But we don't know to what extent or what all of that is. And again, if he is in the Epstein files in any manner, in any way, the corruption and the evil that does exist within our government will try to use that and spin that in a way to discredit him and make him look even worse than he is.
Sir, he
Do you agree with
is the corruption in the government. Why are you not getting this through your fucking head? Sorry, sir.
You're
for some
vilifying
hold on, no,
one
no.
single person.
No, you're trying to
one
make it
single
sound
person.
like Donald Trump is like some like beacon of love and hope, and he's trying to do all these right things, and all of these
not
corrupt
say
things
that. You're
are
again
coming
putting words
in
in my
from
mouth.
all these different places to try to stop. Sir, he is the corruption. Okay, he is
you're again
the
putting words in my
problem. Okay.
I never said Donald Trump was some beacon of light or hope.
Sir.
You're putting words in my mouth.
You don't
And-
get rid of corruption by electing corruption. Okay? That's not how any of this works. Okay?
No, I
you
totally
don't get
agree.
rid of corruption by electing corruption. Okay.
I totally agree with
Donald Trump is the corruption. He is well known for his corruption. He's been known for 5 decades for corruption, for freaking hiring contractors, not paying them. Freaking his organization has been sued for defrauding children with cancer, taking money from children with cancer to put in his own pocket. Okay? I don't want to hear about Donald Trump
I'm
draining
not gonna
any
go down
fucking
these
swamp.
rabbit holes with you because there's more to all of the stories that you're mentioning. I've done research on some of them.
You haven't researched fucking
I have.
lunch. What are you
know,
talking about?
I know the contracting that you're talking about the buildings going on in New York that he hired. What were they, Irish or Scottish immigrants for, and they didn't get paid. There are many more details. That
Sir,
you're
how many
not
times has Donald
stating,
Trump been sued?
that you're not stating?
How many
that-
times has Donald Trump
that-
been sued?
That add context
Sure.
to the story and
Sure.
discredit the
How many
picture
times has
that you're
Donald Trump
trying
been
to paint
sued?
of him. You're trying to vilify one person.
You see how he's
for
refusing
the
to answer my question?
The mass corruption that goes on within our government,
Yeah.
and
He doesn't know the
and
answer.
yes, has he allowed that corruption to become a part of his own party? I believe so 100%. I don't know so, and you don't know so 100%.
Yes, I do.
Because we're not there.
Yes,
so
I
we
do.
don't know.
Yeah, but I have
No, you
eyes. I do have eyes and ears, and I choose to use them. Okay, I don't
Yeah, well-
choose to just bury my head into the fucking ground and pretend like things are a certain
our
way
perception
because I
of
want them to be a
reality-
certain way. Okay,
Our perception of reality is more real than reality itself. Okay? So
thanks, Socrates. I
wh-
appreciate
whatever-
that.
whatever-
He's been sued
whatever
over
you
4,000
believe about him,
times. Sir,
whatever you
sir,
believe
listen
about
to me.
Trump,
Listen to me. He has been sued
Whatever
over.
you believe
Listen,
about
nope. Quiet
you will-
time.
you will
Quiet
find
time.
evidence for it once
Quiet
you're
time.
looking for it.
Quiet time.
Look, you
Quiet
got to
time.
be respectful, man.
No,
I
sir,
am totally respectful of
sir,
you.
no, you're not.
and your
You are.
talking
You are.
points,
You.
your
It is your
talking
turn to be
time.
quiet. Shh.
No, you don't get to
Shh.
tell me as a grown adult that it's my time to be
Where
quiet.
I'm not talking to a grown
That's
adult. I'm
just
talking
not
to you.
Respectful. That's just
Okay?
not respectful.
Donald Trump has been sued over 4,000 times. Okay. Don't give me the you need more context. Okay.
You
don't
do.
give me that shit. No bullshit. Okay. You don't. If he got sued twice, then maybe there was some extenuating context within those suits that maybe I really need to know. You know what? I'll give you 10.
Have you
Fuck
ever
it.
been sued?
Yes. Fuck it. I'll give you.
You have been sued?
Sir, will you shut the fuck up? I thought you said
That
you were a
was a
grown
surprise.
adult.
That's a surprise.
You're not a
But-
kindergartner?
But that just proves that just
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just mute you since you want to act like a kindergartner and a child. I'll treat you like one. Okay. I am not going to sit here and fucking be like, oh, I'll give you I'll even give you a few dozen lawsuits. Okay. A few dozen lawsuits where you're like, you know what? Maybe we need some more context. 4,000 fucking times. 1,000. Okay. As in 4 digits. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't need context. Okay. When it's 4,000 lawsuits and almost all of them are for scamming people. If you've been sued almost over 4,000 times for scamming people, then you're a scam artist. Okay. You're a scam artist. Okay. I don't need to look into every single one. I don't even know how you fuck over enough people. Truthfully, how you fuck over enough people to even find 4,000 different people to sue you. Okay? That takes time and effort, all right? Just to even get 4,000 people, okay, that would even sue you. Okay? So please don't give me this context bullshit, right? Like it just makes you sound real dumb. Okay?
Am I unmuted now? I'm assuming I'm unmuted since you started or since you stopped talking. Hello?
Yes, sweetheart.
Yes, we are. you oh man, I thought that you were more of like a composed intellectual person and
Well, and you
actually
know what?
stood
And I thought I was
behind-
going to get an intelligent caller, but we don't all get what we want, do we? Okay.
Look,
Sometimes,
I'm
sometimes,
completely unfazed by your
sometimes we
insult,
just, sometimes
so
we, sir,
you might
sir,
want to just save your breath.
sir, I would love to save my breath. Okay. I would love to. Actually, I think I probably
Well,
will by
it's
just
on
moving
you.
on to another
It's
caller.
on
Okay.
you to save your
But
own
do not
breath.
talk about an intellectual
on you.
sir. Please do not talk to me
It's
about
on
being,
you to
sir.
not
Please
insult
don't, sir.
people.
Please don't talk to me
It's
about having an
your free
intellectual,
will.
sir. Please do not talk to me about having an intellectual conversation when you are literally not going to know the basis of even the exact argument that you are making. Okay. When I have to educate
I'm-
you on your
I'm
own
allowing
argument,
you to make
please do not
arguments.
please do not do this. Okay. This is
I'm
ridiculous.
allowing you to make arguments.
You don't
I'm
allow me to do
debating
anything,
your
sir.
points of
Because unlike you, I am a
that-
grown man.
that you are
Okay.
obviously going to be more educated on because they're your
Sir,
arguments.
my high schooler is more educated on this than you. Okay.
Okay. But there's obviously no way to prove that, but I'm sure you've indoctrinated him with plenty of your rhetoric,
It's a her, and no, she just pays attention in school.
or she.
Yep. She
Well,
just
they
pays.
don't teach all those things in school, so
Oh, what state are you in?
I don't know. I don't know what public education system you're.
You
a
must
part
be in,
of.
like,
Maybe it's not a
Mississippi or
public
something.
education system.
You must be in like Mississippi or
actually
something.
I'm actually in Oregon.
Oregon? Oh, they do teach that in Oregon. I think Oregon actually has a pretty good education system. You should have paid attention more. But anywho, I'm
Oh,
going to move
no,
on to the next
I grew
caller.
up in California.
I hope you have a wonderful day. Well, I know they teach it in California because I learned it in school in California. All right. So
Yeah.
I know they taught, things like the Department of Justice in California schools. I know they taught that. All right. Because I went there. So that's fine, sir.
Wow.
I would just totally encourage you the next time
I
you want
have
to
to
have an
admit, this-
intellectual conversation about
this is
corruption,
much more
you actually
disappointing than I
research something
expected it
about
to be.
corruption within our government. Okay. But I hope you have
I have
a wonderful
worked for
day.
our
Okay.
government for 15 years. I think I know a little bit about the corruption within our
Well,
government.
that is what you call the
Possibly more
Dunning-Kruger
than you
effect.
do.
Okay.
I'm not just going off of
That is called the
what I
Dunning-Kruger
read
effect,
in
okay?
radical left
hope
articles.
you
I've
have a
actually
wonderful day,
experienced it
okay?
and been a part of it.
Yeah, I
For-
pulled up
for
right-wing
probably
sources to
longer
prove my
than you
point, by the
went
way.
to school.
All right. Well, you have a wonderful day, okay?
I sure.
All right. Yeah, I pulled on right-wing sources to prove you wrong, sir. Literal right-wing sources. Anyways, y'all, thank you guys so much for being here. Please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate you guys. All right. We're about to move on to the next caller. I am going to hit up a few super chats really quick. Y'all, if you guys would like to support the live, I do have super chats open. I also have my little live gift goal going on over here, which has been running the whole time. I haven't even gotten close to it yet. So that's a great way to support. Also, I do have all my pay links in my bio, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. They're all at Polypolitics, just like my name. So if you'd like to support that way too, that is a great way to support. So thank you guys so much. Young said, there's been a lot I disagree with you, but I enjoy the open discussion. How do you get on a call? People seem to think it's a phony number because it doesn't work. No, the number is very not phony. I just only have me here. There's no one behind me. There's no producer. So if I'm on the phone call, the phone goes straight to voicemail. Because it's just me here. The way you get on the call is to be the person that calls the first one there. So that's it. But I appreciate you. That's how you get on the call. Tatted Tech, thank you so much for the $5. And I'd like to point out that I was the last mod before the goal. Congrats to Polly. You get that. So are you saying that's you, Tatted Tech? Did you do it? Are you the one who got me over it? I'll give you W's in chat for Tatted Tech for getting me to 50,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Tatted Tech. You rock. Velvet, thank you so much for the $5. Says Donald Trump sucks ass, and that's a fact. Have you guys watched the new South Park at all? Sorry. The South Park is good. Satan's asshole was so tiny. Sorry, it's too funny. Duran, thank you so much for $20. Says you cannot debate stupid. Well, you can try. You can try. I did try there. All right. I did try. Thank you so much. Big Davis chat for the $20 super chat. Tony said, hey, Tony. Yo, you wanted the best DJ on Tony? Sorry, the best DJ on TikTok. Go check out Tony, DJ Tony Stewart over here. Great DJ. Does a lot of real cool stuff on there. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Tony. Heathen, thank you so much for the $20. Said this kid's classic Mike Johnson default. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, he was very Mike Johnson. Can we get big W's in the chat for Heathen? She has been a great supporter and actually became a really big member today. So thank you so much, Heathen. I really, really appreciate that. A lovely goddess, thank you so much for $5, said, so he voted for Trump because of corrupt government, but to see corruption in his current government, make it make sense. I'm going to get rid of corruption, but I'm going to vote for corruption to get rid of corruption. I don't know how you do that. That seems almost impossible. But thank you so much, lovely guys. And Macabre says, you can't argue with these people. They just go, oh, and then move on to the next cop and say it with their whole chest. Get proven wrong and repeat. Just rinse and repeat. Dog walk, pivot, repeat. That's all it is. Thank you so much, Macabre. And Angie, thank you so much for $2. South Park is awesome. It is awesome. Again, y'all, if you guys like support, super chat's open. I like to talk about them in between callers. Also, the pay links in the bio. And my little live gift goal with the cool little thing, just because this is really just my live gift goal on the Tiki Talkies, because it does a whole bunch of cool stuff and it makes me laugh. All right, let's open up these phone lines. Keep this thing going. I really, really appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much for being here. With the Tiki Talkies. Peter Thiel knows the Antichrist.
Hi, hello there.
Peter Thiel knows the Antichrist. Hi, how old are you?
I'm 23.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
In certain ways, but most ways, probably not no more. But in some ways, yes.
All right, sir. If you're just saying that you can pick out a thing that a president has done good, that doesn't really help me out really much here. I can do that with anybody. Freaking the economy sparked under Hitler. We're talking about freaking broad support for the president.
Broad support for the president.
Yeah.
So I have to talk to you about this subject. I have to be like a full.
Well, let me guess. You're gonna say something about immigration, and then I'm gonna have to show you how Donald Trump actually isn't that great for immigration, and then we're just going to move on because that's the only thing you have.
No.
Oh.
Actually, on immigration, that's a really strong subject, and I don't necessarily think anyone has the right idea for what to do there.
I think there's lots of really good ideas for what you do there.
Do you have a good one that our government could implement?
Sure, comprehensive immigration reform, giving pathways to citizenship and giving mass amnesty to people in the United States that have been here for a certain amount of time that have committed no crime. That we can concentrate the rest of our forces on ICE to get rid of people that can cartels, there are drug traffickers, people traffickers, the people that are doing the bad things, right? And to be able to get those criminals out of here, jailed, and then deported back to whatever country they came from, right? And by giving that mass amnesty, we'd be able to run background checks on every single person in the United States, but ensuring that the people that are actually here are good here. That would also freaking help benefit our economy, considering undocumented immigrants in our country pay about $100 billion in taxes every single year, including dozens of millions of dollars into Social Security, which helps boost our economy. It helps our GDP. It helps our ability to create to be able to create things in here and actually have manufacturing that people want to actually come into the country. And plus, this country is just a country of immigrants, so we would be able to freaking have background check the people that are here, give mass amnesty, and give pathways to citizenship for everybody here. Be able to then use those forces to secure our border to make sure that we had people coming in the right way and to be able to get criminals out.
Man, you got me there.
Yeah, that was Biden's exact plan for immigration.
And I think about all the jobs that would create. You could have thousands of workers at the border vetting these people.
Yeah, you could.
I guess I'm sorry for wasting your time, I guess.
You didn't waste my time. I hope you have a wonderful day, all right, man?
You as well. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Hail Satan. Yes, sorry. Hi, Vicky and everyone over on the Purple app. I appreciate you guys too. Okay, I didn't forget about you. I don't mention all the time because there's not always something to mention. But as soon as I say that, Tim, thank you so much. That I like the 666 over there. That's actually really cool. That's actually really cool. I actually like that. That's super cool. More of that in there. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I am 20.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
In some ways, yes. I'd say in most ways, yes. Um, some ways, no. Like when you previously talked about his corruption, like for example, like I obviously definitely don't support his corruption. Like I know his crypto schemes. Like there's a lot of issues he has with crypto that I definitely would not support. But there's other things that in his policies that I would support. I think that's just because, just in general, like I have more conservative views. So then,
What conservative views do you have?
just like small but strong government. I like his policies in general on immigration. I know you just said the opposite with
Yeah.
that previous caller.
Yeah, so let's talk about small government. That's always a really great one. How is Donald Trump implementing anything that is small government? Donald Trump is literally added $8.4 trillion in 10-year debt in his first term. He's already added another $4 trillion in this term, right, to the
I'm
national
not
debt.
referencing debt.
Oh, well, sir, I'm not finished. That was just the first part.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, government spending is an all-time high. Okay. He's losing the military to go in and commit and do law enforcement in his states, taking away states' right and possibly in violation of the 10th Amendment. He's now doing everything from starting from, having our military go off and shoot off boats in other countries that don't exist to having people will monitor elections in different states using actual government in order to do that. He's not reducing the size of the government. He's not reducing the spending of the government. He's using the government to do more things. How is that small government?
Okay, I'll explain. Well, for one thing, when I mentioned small government, I was referencing more bureaucracy, so something like Doge, for example. But when you come to the idea of like his increase in spending, like with the big bill, I personally did not favor the big bill. I favored it to be passed in pieces rather than altogether, because obviously there's a lot of law jargon that did increase spending, and I also didn't favor the debt because he did say he was going to decrease the debt. But I also don't agree with you with what you said on his foreign policy and like attacking boats and the drug cartels. Like I'm in full support of that.
Yeah. So what did Doge actually do that you liked?
I don't think it carried out entirely correctly, but I do think the general idea of auditing the government is obviously a good idea. I mean, I would think you'd think the same thing considering
We already do
you-
audit the government.
I mean, not in the sense that you audit the bureaucracy.
Yes,
I
we
mean,
do.
you
We audit the
yourself were
bureaucracy
against
every single
corruption.
year.
In what way?
In every way. We do full audits of the entire government every single year. We have forever.
I mean, I would say that in reality, I need I would prefer a departmental organization to do that just because, I mean, there are tons of examples of fraud that Doge found. I'm not going to say that Doge shut off everything that was bad only. I think they did take some good, but they definitely took more bad. than good.
What fraud did they shut down?
I mean, I can try and remember stuff off the bat. Like they found, here's a good example. Okay. They found, for example, like a ton of foreign aid that's going to random countries for the most stupid reasons. I mean, you
Awesome.
can find
And
a
how's
ton of
that fraud?
examples. Well, it's not fraud. It's just bad use of government resources. And it was also found that in a lot of these scenarios, the money's going not actually to the countries, but it's more going to like NGOs that in reality are owned by high-ranking people, and most of the money is just in general going to their pockets instead of what the NGO actually planned to even do.
So first of all,
also just in the governmental interest, the money isn't going to something that the U.S. in general would support.
yeah. So
There's also,
first
like,
of
a lot
all,
of different ways the money could be
so
used
first of
better.
all, one, none of that is fraud. Okay. And I asked you what fraud they found, which is 0. Okay. They found 0 instances of fraud. Not one person had a single charge. Not one person had a single indictment.
Well,
Not a single person had a single, even full accusation of fraud. What you're complaining about is congressionally approved funds, okay, which the congressman that you vote for voted to put in. That's not fraud. That's the government not liking it. If you didn't like the stuff that was happening, what you should do is just read the bills that your congressmen are passing and then vote for better congressmen. Okay. All Doge did was read bills that you could have read whenever you wanted to because they are public. All right. Because they're passed by Congress. They read them and picked out things that they thought you wouldn't like. All right. And then told you that it was bad. That's not what happened at all. You just didn't read.
No, there is fraud. I just remembered there is fraud. They figured out, for example, Social Security, like people that are in their hundreds to 200s of years of age were receiving Social Security
And that was
benefits,
debunked.
even though it wasn't debunked.
It was debunked. Literally, they're talking about Social Security payments made before Social Security existed.
I don't think that necessarily matters. I mean, I'm sure you could.
So
probably
the payments
register with
didn't.
it.
The
You could
payments
register-
didn't exist, sir. What they didn't understand is that the old system that Social Security ran off of, when someone died, immediately reverted back to a date that was like 150 years old. Okay, those people weren't actually getting payments, and because Social Security is audited every single year, okay, anybody that was getting a payment that wasn't supposed to was immediately having that money returned to them. There was literally no evidence that people that were 200-300 years old were getting Social Security payments. That was just something Donald Trump said that was debunked very easily. Just like that whole thing about NGOs that you were talking about, like his very famous one that he talked about with Stacey Abrams, that was freaking going to hers. Yeah, that was a charity that she wasn't even a part of anymore. Then the money, all that money that went to that NGO directly went to exactly what that NGO said it was going to. So both of those instances were completely debunked.
Well, what about the instances where Social Security, where it wasn't even necessarily that the ages were past like 100 to 200 years, but maybe it's kids that were maybe deceased or someone that like in theory could be alive but then died and it just wasn't reported correctly or something like that.
That's incorrect. Literally, when someone dies and the mortuary gets their death certificate, they have to report that to Social Security. It's
But
the
there's
law.
a lot of instances where people die and it's not reported for
Yeah,
many years.
if it's not and they find that, then they just ask for the money back. And then if they don't get the money back, then they just take the money. Because that's what happens when you owe the government money. Have you never done taxes?
Well, I mean, it's not that I've never done taxes. It's just that I feel like in a lot of ways, the government's just not the greatest at, in some ways, collecting taxes.
Sir, if there's one thing the
obviously,
government is
you're
good
right.
at, if there's one thing the government is good at, it's taking your money back, their money back from you when they've overpaid you. Like you can say whatever you want about the government, but there is one thing that the government knows how to do, and that is take their money back when you owe them. That is the one thing they are excellent at.
I mean, I think you're right in some ways and not in others. I mean, yes, it makes sense that, like fair that the government obviously wants to collect your taxes and they're probably pretty good at that. But I don't know. Do you have any like proof that you can prove to me that that the claim that there was a lot of people registered over certain ages of, I guess, possibility? Do you have any proof that like they weren't actually getting paid out and the money just went back to the Social Security Administration? I mean, is there something you can prove that for me or like a link?
Sir, I'm sorry. You're asking me to prove that they didn't get paid out? Shouldn't you have to prove to me that they did?
Well, I mean, that's what Doge proved. I mean,
Doge didn't. How did Doge prove that?
Wrong.
How did Doge prove that?
Well, that's what they came out with.
No, that's just what they said. They didn't prove it. They just said it. Okay. But here's nextgov.com if you want this one right here. This is a decent one. They actually did a very in-depth study in that. Doge went looking for phone fraud at Social Security and found almost nothing. After installing anti-fraud checks for benefits claims made over the phone early last year, the Social Security Administration is considering walking back the policy after finding only 2 cases that had a probability of being fraudulent.
Okay, fair. Fine. I can.
Under the new policy, the agency found that only 2 benefit claims out of over 110,000 had a high probability of being fraudulent, and they aren't guaranteed to be so. Less than 1% of claims were even flagged as potentially fraudulent. No significant fraud has been detected from flagging from the flagged cases.
Okay, that's fair. But what about the claims that the money wasn't being used in, I guess, the American interest, like U.S. representatives are using the money that they receive to fund NGOs that just don't align with what they said or the U.S. interest? I'm sorry?
Like what?
Like funding NGOs in African countries to explain like an LGBTQ right or something like that. Or
That
like,
was something that
I
was
don't
done by Congress.
No, I know, and
Sir, it's
because
not, sir.
no one
sir,
knows about
sir.
it. But that's
No,
the problem.
no,
is
sir.
there's-
Again, if you don't know about it, that's because you don't read the bills that. First of all, like, what state are you in?
California.
Who's your representative in the House of Representatives?
I don't actually
What
know.
district are you in?
I'm in LA, so let me look.
Sir, you don't need to look, okay? You don't need to look, okay? You don't. I don't care, really, okay?
I think it's Brad Sherman, but I'm not
Okay.
100%.
But sir, that's the problem. That person that you don't know who he is, okay, or she is voting for these pieces of legislation that you don't
Well,
like.
I didn't vote for him. I voted against him.
Whether you voted for them or voted against them, okay? That person that represents you is voting on these pieces of policy. It's not, and these pieces of policy are public record. You can go on congress.gov and read any of them whenever you want, okay? And they say all of this funding that's going to all of these different things, all of these different soft power efforts, okay? And you're like, oh, freaking it's all this stuff I don't like. Okay, well, did the guy you vote for him vote for or against that? Right? And if your guy voted against it, all right, then that means that a whole bunch of other people's representatives voted for it because they funded it. Because the only people in the United States that have the ability to appropriate funds is Congress. Okay? So if you don't like money going to these certain things, right? That's totally fine. We live in a constitutional republic. Okay? You have the ability to tell your representatives and vote for the representatives that you want in order to appropriate your tax dollars to the things that you think are most beneficial. Okay? But you don't get to just say, hey, this other guy read this bill that I didn't read, and now I think that it's exposed. It's not. You just didn't read before.
Well, I mean, in some ways, it's not necessarily through bills where they're able to get money through to these organizations, but also on top of that, and in a lot of scenarios, it's just hidden in a ton of legal documents. Like, it's kind of unreliable to read a whole bill and then on like 3 lines it says, this amount of money is allocated here.
Yeah, and if there's one thing that I'll say that I agree with, even a lot of Republicans on, okay, is that all bills should be written in plain English and should be short where anybody can read it. I completely agree with that. Okay, some of these bills are very, very complicated. Of course, we don't have that ability with every single type of bill. Like our tax code is very complicated, right? And I think it'd be very difficult to write that in plain English for most people that read it. But I believe that anybody that anybody with a high school diploma should be able to read whatever legislation that we have to stop that sort of things, okay? But at the same time, we do also have really cool things like AI now where you can kind of just plug the bill into ChatGPT and it'll give you a pretty good summary of what it's going to. But what I'm saying is, sir, is that these things were not fraud, okay? These things were not people, hiding stuff and sneaking things to NGOs and all this money. That none of that was the truth, okay? It was just Elon Musk going in, attacking people that were investigating him, okay? Because he was fraud. He was committing fraud. I don't know if you know that or not. They shut down USAID. USAID was in the middle of an investigation against Elon Musk for him defrauding American taxpayers with money designated for Starlink. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah, that's why Elon Musk went after USAID first, because they were investigating him for fraud.
I mean, yeah, but couldn't you just argue that they were investigating him for fraud because at the time USAID was in support of the Democratic president?
USAID is in support of anyone. They make sure money is paid out. They make sure money is paid out that's appropriated by Congress.
But that's the whole issue? That's the reason Elon and Trump was so upset, is because, yes, you say that, but then behind the scenes, USAID is part of the government organization that is sending money towards these organizations, and they're
sending money that Congress appropriated.
Yes, but it's not appropriated.
The Republicans own the House of Representatives. They were signing off on all of this money.
Not at the time.
Yes, at the time. Yes, they have. They've had the House of Representatives for the last 4 years.
Yes, maybe you're right, but you have to understand that when they give money to USAID, they don't They don't just say you're going to send this money to exactly this organization that's going to do exactly this and something like that. No, it's here's money, kind of use what you want for it. It's not
No.
like designated for
It is not at all.
things that
It
well.
is specifically designated.
It's not.
It is.
I don't believe
Not
that.
only is it specifically designated, but every single year they are audited to make sure that exactly where they sent that money, whereas exactly where it was appropriated by Congress, and every
Who
single,
audits them?
I believe the IG does, but I could be wrong on that. But they are audited every
Ooh.
single year, just like the Pentagon was just audited and failed another one, right? But they are audited every single year, and every single year they pass their audit because the money is going exactly where they were told to send the money, because USAID doesn't have the ability to appropriate money. Let me ask you a question. Before Donald Trump and Elon Musk told you to get mad about freaking USAID, had you ever heard of USAID?
Yeah.
I think you're lying.
I mean, you're just wrong.
I
have heard
I'm
of
just
it.
saying, I think you're lying. And here's why I think you're lying. I'm way more involved in politics than you are. And when they started talking about USAID, I was like, who?
Well, it's not that I
Like-
didn't know what you. I mean, I did a project in high school, so.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't
Well,
know
you
what
had a
it was.
specific thing. I didn't have. Oh, I was right. Inspectors General. I said that. Anyways, I didn't know what the fuck USAID was. They were like, we're going after USAID. And I was like, who? And I had to get on my fucking computer and find out who the fuck USAID was. I had no clue. I don't think I'd ever heard of that in my entire life. And I fucking literally deal with freaking politics all day, every day. Like straight up. No
Okay,
idea who they
yeah,
were.
fine.
Okay. But now all of these people are somehow upset at USAID. Okay. On a
Well, I'm
program.
not saying-
Okay. Be-
Well, I
with-
think they were upset at USAID because they found out that they were giving money for reasons that, in general, no U.S. Citizen would
they
necessarily
were
support.
giving money that Congress appropriated.
But not for that
Period.
reason.
Yes,
For
exactly, sir. Exactly for that reason. Exactly for that reason.
Even if
You
you're right
just,
and it
sir,
was for that
you
reason.
just don't like where a Congress appropriated money.
Yeah. So even if it was for that reason, even if Congress did appropriate money for that specific reason, then of course you can expect everyone to get mad because, well, no one actually wants USAID.
Then get
to
mad at
use that money
Congress.
for that reason. Well, they would get mad at.
Here, let me give you
in a sense both,
an
but yeah.
example. Do you have a significant other? Do you have a partner?
No.
Okay. Can you imagine if you did have one?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So pretend you have like a wife or something like that, right? And your wife said, "Hey, we're broke." Okay? Like don't go spending any money. And then you go out, or no, you tell her that. We'll say that way. You tell her that, right? And she said, you tell her, "Don't go spend any money." Okay? And then she goes and uses your credit card and drops 10 grand at, I don't know, at K Jewelers.
Yeah,
Okay?
sure.
On that credit card. Okay? When she comes back home, are you going to get mad at her or are you going to get mad at Visa?
Why get mad at her?
Why? But Visa's the one that actually sent the money. They're the ones that actually did the payment.
But it's my money under Visa.
Oh, but you mean your girlfriend was the one, or your wife was the one that authorized that payment to begin with? Yeah, you're getting mad at Visa. Okay? USAID is Visa. Okay? Congress
And so who's
Congress authorized the payment. All right? And told USAID spend this in this exact thing. Okay? And then USAID spent it exactly as they were told, which is why they pass their audit every single year. Okay? But you're getting really mad at Visa and not mad at Congress for appropriating that money. Doge didn't find anything that wasn't already in plain sight, that already couldn't have been found in any congressional bill, that could have been looked up at any point in time by you. You just chose not to. Okay? So don't get mad at USAID for doing exactly what they were told and exactly freaking what they were put in spot to do. They haven't done anything partisan. They haven't done anything. If the Democrats told them to spend money on this, then they did it. If the Republicans told them to spend money on that, they did it. If an independent or the Green Party said appropriated money for this in Congress, then they did it. They didn't give a shit.
I'm not going to say that you're wrong, or I'm going to say that you're wrong, but you don't have to believe me because I'm asking chat here to ChatGPT to see, and you don't have to believe that if you don't want to. But it says here that chat gets money from Congress, which you're right, and obviously I agree with that. But it says that these funds are assigned to broad categories, so such as humanitarian assistance or climate environment, and then USAID on its own, not by Congress, decides how to implement that money to meet the goals set by Congress, which means that they're allowed to interpret it in their own way. So it's an unelected branch of government that is carrying out the ideas of Congress, but in their own way. So if you have someone that's biased or something like that in USAID, then I think that's just blatant corruption.
I think
and
you're a little
that's wrong.
confused on what it means by broad.
I
Okay.
didn't that's why I didn't say fraud in that sense.
No, I said
corruption.
broad. I think you're confused by broad.
broad.
Okay. You think broad means go spend this money on whatever country's doing whatever they want. That's not what it means. Okay.
Well, no, they just give Congress just gives
broad means like,
categories.
hey, spend it on educational programs in Iraq.
Yeah, that's what they. That's what
Yeah,
they
and
said.
then they go, okay, cool. How do we spend on educational programs in Iraq? And then they spend money on freaking Sesame Street because that's an educational program. And then you get mad that they had Sesame Street.
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily know how broad the categories are that they
I know.
give
I was
USAID.
informing you, but again, Congress literally has the oversight on USAID. So if USAID wasn't spending it in the way that they wanted it to, then they had the right to stop them, and they chose not to.
Wait, I don't understand. Congress. How does Congress have the right to stop them once they
Because
already
they have the
money?
oversight on USAID. There's an oversight committee that is specifically for USAID.
So if something goes out that Congress doesn't approve, they can pause it in the moment, or how does that work?
Immediately. It's their money. It's Congress's money.
Okay. Fair. I mean, I still understand what you're
Sir,
saying.
I don't know why you want so bad to be mad at USAID.
I don't.
I don't know.
just think
You
that-
are trying
I'm not
with
saying that all of USAID
everything.
is
Sir,
bad.
you are
I think-
trying with everything you have, okay, in order to be mad at USAID for what? Why?
Listen. Listen. I'll explain. I don't think that USAID as an organization or what they do in the most majority of senses is bad, but I think that there is a lot of ability in USAID for corruption, which is exactly what Doge called them out for.
USAID was investigating Elon Musk for fraud, okay? Because USAID had given money for governmental purposes to Elon Musk for Starlink to be used for our government, and he had reappropriated that money into other places. Okay? And we have evidence to show that he did that. So USAID was investigating Elon Musk, and Elon Musk didn't want to be investigated. And so when Elon Musk got a chance to take them out, he did. Okay? You're literally wanting no corruption, but getting mad at the people who were stopping the corruption in favor of the person who was being corrupt.
I mean,
period.
Yeah,
End dot.
I understand what you're saying. I just don't know enough about the Elon Musk being.
Yes, I know, because
like using the money he was
you
allocated for
want Elon Musk to be the good guy. You want Doge to be the good thing, and they're not. Okay, they just simply weren't. But anyways, this conversation is boring now, so I'm gonna move on to the next conversation. I hope you have a wonderful day. All right.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right, bye. Dude, just being mad, like being mad at a group of people that you didn't know existed, like last year, is just wild. You know what I'm saying? Being mad at a group of people that you didn't know existed like not too long ago is just crazy. Crazy talk to me. Anyways, JT, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Big W to chat for JT. I really appreciate that. God, how many members have we done today? How many members are we up to today? We're at 15 new members. I think we can get that to, or at 15? We should be at 16. We should be at least at 16. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate y'all. Lovely Goddess, thank you so much for the $5. Said, when will people see Doge as the money laundering scam that it is? I don't know. This whole administration is a giant money laundering scam. It's so weird. But thank you, lovely guys. And QH, thank you so much for the jewels. I appreciate that too. Thank you so much. Oh, I flashed those a little too quick. Thank you so much for the jewels. There might have been some jewels I missed earlier too. Oh, Rumble, if you're still here, thank you so much for the lattes, for the jewels. I really, really appreciate that. Sorry if you're not still here. I guess if you're not still here, you didn't, you're not going to hear me say it. So never mind. All right, we're gonna move on to the next caller. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Again, if you'd like support, I do have super chats and members and all that fun stuff. Pay links in the bio. All of those cool things, which I enjoy. That conversation was a little slow. Maybe we'll get into one that's a little bit more upbeat this time. A little more upbeat this time. He's full of those. Yeah. Do you guys know Jesse Waters' mom went to No Kings? I want to make a video about that. I just found that out. Also, go check out my video. I posted a video last night. What? Everything's breaking over here. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
What?
How old are you?
Hello.
How old are you?
I'm 21, sir.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
What?
Hello, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Doing great. How old are you?
Like 33 this year.
Awesome. You still support Trump?
Yeah.
Awesome. Why would you do that?
Well, it's been really good for business as a Canadian who deals with
You're a Canadian?
Mostly Americans. Yep.
All right, go away. Cool. We'll move on to the next caller. Really appreciate that. You don't even go here, bro. You don't even go here. What are you calling me from Canada for? Hello? Oh, that's weird. Hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 67.
Awesome. You still support Trump?
You know, I voted for Trump, and I got to tell you, I was in the military, and born and raised in California. My grandfather was actually the most powerful Democrat in California. His name was State Treasurer Jess Unruh. My first name was August. My last name is Unruh, Unruh. So I see a lot of things now that I don't like. Okay. My grandfather was the most powerful Democrat in his time. I was raised around all these people. I never shared any of their views. My grandpa was nothing like the ones that are out there today. And, you know, I don't support Trump anymore. I think he's lying. I think we all got played. This Ukraine, this Israel shit. I had somebody call me a year ago, okay, from the RAND Corporation. This is all I'm going to tell you on a cell phone. And the guy asked me if I wanted to go to work. And his number popped up. He didn't give me his name, nothing. So because I have a security clearance still, I told the guy, he asked me what I thought about Ukraine and Palestine and Israel, okay? And I told him I really don't give a fuck about Israel or Ukraine because I don't live there, okay? And so America, we've all been played, okay? And I don't want to get into what I did for a living to have a G15 security clearance, and still have it today. But because I voiced my opinion,
Yeah, Tim, sloshed on a Sunday. I literally hung up the phone because he didn't need to tell me anything else more about his life, bro. Dude was about to give out his social security number and his address. He don't know it's Saturday. Bro was about to freaking Bro was about to freaking like give me his ancestry.com freaking printout, bro. His freaking dude. That's why I stopped. Saturday, Sunday, one of those days. You guys don't expect me to know what day it is, do you? Yeah, I did that for him. Dude was spelling his last name. Sorry, someone sent me a galaxy back there too, and I totally forgot to say something. If you sent me that galaxy, thank you so much earlier. I'm so sorry. I totally blanked over there. It was spelling his. I was like, Jesus Christ. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm excellent. How old are you?
35.
Awesome. You still support Trump?
Not really.
All right, man.
But the thing is, I'll say is, I don't think it matters whether I support him or not, because
I
I
do.
don't think any. Well, let me tell you that I think.
I'm not interested. Hello. How are you?
Oh, good.
Awesome. How old are you?
28.
Awesome. You still support Trump?
No, I just saw your live stream, and I just want to say you're doing a really good job.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
And that was it. Didn't want to waste any more of your time.
All right, man. Well, have a good one. All right.
You too. Bye.
All right, we'll see if we get another Trump supporter in here. I think that last caller might have driven it down a little bit. I think everybody got tired. We'll see if we get one more. Who's this person? Maybe we're up a TikTok person. We'll see if we got anybody over here. Hello? That was interesting. I think that dude was pressure washing his neighborhood. I'm not really sure. I think he was pressure washing his neighborhood. Steelworker? Maybe steelworker African. Yeah, something like that. Hello, how are you?
Hello, my audio was bad earlier, but it's better now.
Who are you?
I'm 21.
Okay.
And yes, I still support Trump.
All right. Well, who are you? Are you the metal worker?
No. I'm someone which you instantly hung up on because my audio was bad and you probably couldn't understand me.
Oh. All right. Well, why do you still support Trump?
Well, when I say support, I'm not a hardcore supporter. I'm not going to be out there waving flags. But
Well, that went well. Doing great over here. Sounds like sounds of a metal lake. I don't know what that. Yeah, that was crazy. I think he might have been the pressure washer. Yeah, I don't know. Very strange. Anyways, we'll go another second, see if we get another caller. I don't know why callers have just stopped. Usually I get calls all the way through the afternoon on Saturdays. So kind of weird that we're kind of stalling out here, but I'm sure we'll get another call in a sec. If not, I'll move on with the rest of my day. I gotta go take a shower anyway. Don't I have a job? Yes. Guys, what is up? Can I ask like Republicans like a true like question? Like seriously, and I really do mean this. Okay? Don't you guys realize that people get days off? Like that people don't like work 24 hours a day? Like you can have a job and then also like do this. It's not difficult. Okay? What is difficult? But it's doable. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. How old are you?
27.
Awesome.
Does that matter?
Yes. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah. That's why I'm calling you.
All right. Why do you, what's on your
Figure
mind?
that out on your own, but
What's on your mind?
well, I don't know. I was just scrolling through YouTube and it said if I still support Trump to call this number, so I'm calling.
All right. Why do you still support Trump?
I really like his immigration policy, and I mean, if I'm being honest with you, I feel like my 401k is doing better now than it was a few years ago. Gas prices seem to be doing a little bit better than they were a few years ago. So me personally, as a lower middle class, I mean, in today's day and age, demographic, I just feel like my life is a little bit better than it was a few years ago. And honestly,
Gotcha. So let me ask you a question. So gas prices are not down there up as opposed to when he took office. Grocery prices are up. Inflation is rising.
Well, not at my gas station.
Hold on, sir.
I'm just telling you that at my gas
yeah,
station.
well, you can save comments till I'm finished, okay?
Oh, okay. Because why is your opinion?
Then we
more
can find out
important
what
than mine or something?
then we can find out what the Chevron at your gas station is all about. But I'm talking about gas prices across the United States. Okay, so gas prices are up, inflation is up, job creation is way down. Okay, our economy is pretty much stagnated. We have the military in U.S.
I'm offering jobs right now,
I swear I'll let you speak when I'm finished.
Oh, okay.
Awesome, thank you.
You
We have the
sure?
military in
Doesn't-
U.S. cities, okay, freaking putting down protesters. We have ICE arresting American citizens and deporting them. We have freaking the U.S. military shooting down random
Whoa,
boats.
give me
in
an
the-
example of an American citizen today.
Sir,
that
this
was
is your
deported.
last chance to shut the
Well,
fuck
just
up
give me
while
an
I'm
example
talking.
of an
Nope,
American
nope,
citizen.
nope,
Okay, go
nope,
ahead.
nope, nope, nope. Remember when I said I'm finished talking and I'll let you talk?
I doubt this, but sure, go ahead.
Okay, cool. Cut me off again and I'm hanging up the phone. Okay, because I'm not here to talk to
And then what?
preschoolers.
And then what? You're going to sit there and talk to nobody?
I don't
heard what
care.
was going on before I called.
Oh, okay. Watch this. All right, and you're gone. See how easy that was? I would rather sit here and talk to no one than sit here and talk to a child. You think I need you here, dude? I've been on for over 2 hours. I don't need to be here at all. I've been on for 2 hours and 20 minutes. I can leave whenever. You think you're owed something on my fucking live? You ain't owed shit, bro. I will hang up so fast, dude. Hey, you think you're owed something on my live? No. Hello, how are you?
Good.
Are you? You don't sound too good. Are you sure you're good there, bud?
Yeah, what's up?
You okay?
Sure. What's up?
You sound a little slow.
Are you okay?
I'm great.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You sound a little slow.
Are you repeating what I said back to you now? Are you sundowning? Is that what's going on?
No, I just answered your question.
All right. Well, second waste of time for the day. That's well, is it? I didn't know we could have a full moon during the middle of the day. Can we have a full moon during the middle of the day? Is this the level of IQ that we get from MAGA? Is this the level? Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm excellent. A lot better than that last guy, that's for damn sure. Anyways, how old are you?
I am 29.
Jesus, why do you support Trump?
I just want to say you're doing a great job. These guys are idiots. I don't know why they're not trying to talk to you and argue with you. I just had a quick question, if you wouldn't mind.
Can I ask a question first?
Yes.
Why do you sound like you're 85?
I had some problems when I was younger.
I'm just fucking with you, man. It's all good. I'm just messing with you. Just a quick joke. Ask your question, man. Don't get
Who do you like independent-wise?
Independent-wise?
Yeah, like any independents you like, any politicians you like.
I don't really like politicians at all.
Interesting. Why?
I don't know. I just like the way I see politicians. I guess is just different from how other people see politicians. When I see politicians, I just see somebody that's elected to do a job, and either they do the job well or they don't do the job well. And that's just straight up. You know what I'm saying? And like, I guess like we can look at it from like a policy standpoint where it's like, okay, I support what this person is trying to do or what I think this person is going to do, right? But like, I don't see it as a like or dislike. I don't see it as like a fan of or not a fan of. Like no matter who becomes president, right? Like it could be somebody that like say it's Gavin Newsom next cycle. You know what I'm saying? Like I personally like Gavin Newsom, right? The second he does something that's not good for America, or I don't find that fits in with what the American people like, I will freaking completely I will completely turn and go against him on it. Like
Okay.
either do your job or don't, you know?
Nobody really stands out to you right now at the moment. What do you think of Zoran Mamdani?
I love Mamdani. I think he's great.
I think he's awesome.
Yeah, I
I
absolutely
don't
love
want
him.
to take too much of your time, man. I just want to give you your props. And I just saw all these losers not willing to actually argue with you. And I,
Yeah, no, you're good, man. I appreciate you coming up, all right?
I appreciate you, man. Palestinian American love from Chicago.
Hell yeah, Chicago. You safe out there, all right, brother?
Keep doing great, man.
You're Palestinian American and you're Palestinian American in Chicago. ICE does not know you're not Mexican. Okay? Just thought I'd let you know. ICE 100% thinks that you're Mexican. All right? So just be safe. All right? Just being honest. No, Mamdani's cool, man. I've listened to a few interviews of him lately, and he's really good. I actually really like him. He's smart. Hello, how are you?
Hey there, how are you?
I'm excellent. How old are you?
32.
Awesome. You still support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
Oh, I don't know. I support him because I think out of the other choices, he was the better of the. I mean, the thing is, people only vote for the two top anyway. The person I want to win doesn't ever win. So, but I think, I'm prior military, and his first term and this term, I just got out, so I feel like there's a lot more support from his administration than there has been from other administrations.
Yeah, let's challenge that real quick. So, under the Obama administration, the Veterans Access to Care Act was passed, which was the largest reform of medical care for veterans, right? Which allowed them to be able to go to separate doctors. Under Biden administration, you had the PACT Act, right? Which is what gave medical care to veterans who had been exposed to things like Agent Orange and burn pits and all sorts of other stuff like that. Really horrific stuff to get them more care. Under the Biden administration, there was also the largest raise for junior enlisted people in I think like 20 years, right, in the U.S. military. And on top of that,
When was that?
Huh?
What year was that?
That would have been 20. I want to say 23. Don't quote me. I believe it's 23 though. I can pull it up though. That's not a problem. So they had the largest raise for junior enlisted and the largest cost of living adjustments under the Biden in like 20 years under the Biden administration, and they had the cost of living adjustments that happened under the Biden administration that were also very high raises. And currently, right now, the military doesn't know if they're getting paid. So how
that happened? I mean, that happens. That's the
no, but
government
I'm just
shutdown.
asking it with all the things I just said. How is Trump better for the military?
Because Trump isn't king all doing all this. Like, the government shutdown is not because of Trump. That's a thing that happens when they can't come to an agreement on the budget. Like, that happens no matter who's in the administration.
Well, I mean, actually, the longest shutdowns like in our history have happened under Trump. This will be the longest. The second longest also belongs to him. Okay, but this is quite a different circumstance. Okay, because Donald Trump's the president. The House of Representatives is owned by Republicans. The Senate is owned by Republicans. Okay. A budget reconciliation bill only takes 51 votes, right? And even if you were to pass a clean CR, in order to keep doing that, you would still just have to negotiate with Democrats, which Donald Trump has said he has refused to do and will not talk to a single Democrat about reopening the government. So how is that not Donald Trump's fault? If he could pass it without the Democrats, and he has all the houses, and he refused to negotiate even to pass it with the Democrats.
I guess I don't know well enough to debate you on that.
Sure, that's not important. Can you please tell me what Donald Trump did that was better for the military?
I think that, I mean, I don't know if you just want to isolate it to this term or whatever, but in his initial term, he gave us higher raises, and I think that's pretty cool.
Incorrect. Biden's raises were higher, significantly
They
across the
weren't,
board.
though.
They were. I can pull it up. This
But
is
you're
all.
just reading, but you're just reading stuff that you're pulling up and like that support the echo chamber that you
Sir, I
created
don't need.
in your mind.
Sir, I don't need to pull up anything. I can go to DFAS or any type of military pay sites. Military pay is public record. Okay, it's congressionally approved. All
Yeah,
right.
I understand.
So I don't need to
You
go
have
to
a,
a.
you
I
have
don't
a
need to.
tendency to
I
be
don't.
condescending towards the people that are
Well, no,
talking to you.
you're
and it
being
seems like you
condescending,
don't
sir.
really
Actually,
have-
sir, you're saying that public record on military pay, okay, that I
I'm
can
not being
easily,
condescending.
sir, that
I'm
I
letting
can,
you
sir,
talk.
that I could easily pull up. You could pull up, right? But you automatically
pulled
said,
up.
listen, sir, you came out and said that I'm going to pull up something that fits my rhetoric. Okay, you said that. You have no idea what I
No.
was going to pull up, what I was going to look at, what website I was going to pull up. You automatically assumed that I was going to pull up some type of partisan thing, as if I couldn't just pull this from
I
like
did
public
assume
record.
that.
You said it.
I did assume that
Yeah.
because you seem
So
like the type.
that's
And I
condescending.
feel like you. No, it's not condescending. I think that you interrupt to get your versus listening. I don't think you're actually doing this in good faith, and you want to hear the debate. You just want to propagate your beliefs
Well,
and then
you know what,
demean
sir?
or see you're interrupting.
No, sir.
Like,
If I cared about your
the thing
feelings,
is-
I would have asked you.
It's not about feelings.
No,
I'm
it is,
saying
though.
that you are not doing a good
All right.
intellectual debate like you're preaching
Sir.
because
Okay, here's Navy.cs.
you keep interrupting. You
Okay.
keep interrupting. You cannot let any of these callers finish a sentence.
Okay, well, while you're crying about it, I will show you the pay raises. Okay, so
Well, no
we
one's
can go back to
crying. The only one
Obama.
that's crying is
Sweetheart,
like,
sweetheart,
what-
I have the military
what-
pay raises up.
What kind of person holds an intellectual debate and then doesn't
Sir,
allow
in order to have an
for-
intellectual debate, I'd have to be talking to an intellectual, which I am not. So can you please be quiet?
Who are you talking to?
You.
Oh, I am an intellectual.
No, you're not. President Obama,
Oh, I'm not?
2010, 3.4%.
So you
All right,
talk
sir.
about you're
Other
not
people actually want to
condescending.
actually listen to information. So I'm going to go ahead and mute you so that I can actually show the actual information and data to people that actually want to hear it instead of listening to you whine over me. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So 2010, Obama had 3.4%. 2011 had a 1.4%. 2012, 1.6. Cool. All the way through Obama. And then under Trump, right? 2.4%, 2.6%, 3.1%, and then 3.0%. 3.0%, right? 2022, 2.7%, which would have been about the average under Trump, and then 4.6%, 5.2%, and then 4.5%. Okay. So even the current approved raise for the military in 2026, which is the last congressional approval, right, would be 3.8%, which would be lowest in the last 3 years, actually. Well, 4 years if you want to put it that way, right? But actually, even his current raise is lower than the last 3 years under the Biden administration. So no, the raises were not higher under the Trump administration; they were higher under the Biden administration.
Do you know where the clitoris is?
Yes, and if you need any help on that, you can ask your mom, like I did. Okay. Go and ask your mom. She'll let you know. Anyways, but don't worry, guys. We had an intellectual there. Ed Gervain, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. So MAGA is okay with complacency and mediocrity. I thought we wanted so much better for ourselves. So much to say, so little space to say it in. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ed Gervain. I would totally have it be a larger one if I could. And he said, is he really talking about propagating? That's all MAGA is. Hey, honestly, guys, I don't even think that last question from him was I don't even think that was making fun of me. I think that he truly didn't know. Naomi, thank you so much for the jewels also. I think that was truly him asking. He wanted some assistance. Okay. He's like, who was that president that was like, or that congressman who was like, who pretty much just like was on TV saying that like the female orgasm wasn't real. And it was like, man, way to just like tell everyone that you've never pleased your wife. That's crazy. Anyways, if you're in California, vote yes on 50. And I'm going to get offline because I have stuff to do and I need to go take a shower. So, see you guys later. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I will be back on tomorrow, maybe a little bit late, but I would guess around 10:30 a.m. tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for being here. TikTok, YouTube, and on Twitch. Thank you guys all for being there. Go check out my newest content. Turn on your notifications if you haven't already, so you know when I go live and when I post new content. I know most of y'all on YT don't have their notifications on because I post videos and there's way less of you than I have followers that watch it. So turn on notifications and go watch my content. All right, cool. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Really, I do. See you guys later, all right?